should post.
Yeah, are you live?
I just turned us back live now that I fixed the...
Ta-da!
I opened Twitch and it was just loud noises. I was like, oh god, I need to mute that.
Loud noises. Sounds about right.
Mm.
I need to take us off VTM because I didn't change that.
Alrighty.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
There we go. It's like I finally downloaded a Twitch chat extension. It's actually been very helpful. Which reminds me, I should smash the host button. Bam.
I will do the same after I retweet.
Yeah, apparently murder is okay. There was no...
Apparently murder is I don't think I've ever encountered a time where I've put in a title and the title has been rejected, basically.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the title, it was the announcement part of it. I've always gotten the, you can't use the word crime because, you know, we're packet laws, we're doing crimes. And so, you know, you can't be like, let's do a crime.
But we can do murder.
Yeah, apparently you can do murder. Oh,
You have to specify the type of crime you're doing, I guess.
Yeah.
Twitch doesn't just want general crime; they want specific crimes.
Yep, all of the tax evasion.
Apparently, Rindus has trouble making. You know the go live announcements.
Yes.
Apparently, you can't use the word crime in them, but you can use the word murder.
Yep.
I got nothing.
Yeah,
I got
don't ask me why. It's just, you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's not working.
Kelsa, you have the light of some deity behind you, I think.
It's just the motherfucking sun.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
So Ra.
So I was right.
So right,
Ra.
yeah. There you go.
Zoroaster.
Praise Lathander.
I got a fucking peacock pompadour going on right now.
You
It's
do. Yeah, there it is.
Hey,
Mine's-
hey, I have an idea. I have an idea for you, outro. It's called Play Some Chan.
How- I don't know. Wait, are you saying that triage is the dead party?
I mean, no.
Some Chan
You
wouldn't
can
care
still-
about that.
Yeah, the thing. So I mean, I can explain the game too, but we can talk about, I don't know, what we've been doing since Packet Lost.
I've been self-isolating with this fantastic little thing called fucking Animal Crossing. God damn it, it takes up so much of my time.
You know
And-
what? You know what? I'm
I'm
pissed.
even at the stage
I'm
where
so
it's
pissed.
boring.
I'm so pissed. The two people who are most likely online when I'm online, who would have their islands open, both are the same fruit as me.
What fruit do you need, Kelsa? I got you.
I have
got
all of the
you.
fruits. I have all the
Oh.
fruits, but my native fruit is orange, and your native fruit is orange, and AP's native fruit is orange.
Called out.
All them
Yo,
oranges.
my bad.
Damn
Oranges. Oranges.
What?
Breaking
So-
news, we know what flavor fruit outro is now. Orange.
So as someone who doesn't play Animal Crossing, what does that mean?
Yeah.
So your island starts with a particular fruit. It's either
Okay.
orange, cherry, apple, peach, or pear, and they sell for more on other people's islands if they aren't the native fruit on that island.
Oh, so y'all are
So
playing.
it's-
Y'all are playing like
Economy simulator.
y'all are playing like an MMO version of Tropico, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
I said I'm farming
Yeah.
mats, and I felt like I was playing WoW again.
Yeah, y'all are playing freaking MMO Tropico. You all should just start calling yourself El or La Presidente. El
Oh,
La or La
hey.
Presidente.
hey, Saint, since we were talking about Dread earlier, one of my
Yes.
friends, Spoiled Chestnut, got a donation from Ivan, so they've been drawing him some artwork for Dread.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
really cool.
They were doing that earlier today, and I just looked at their work in progress. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Hey, we were just talking about that.
Oh, I should also... I don't know if Estani's here in subject of art, but...
I was gonna get some work done by Spoiled Chestnut, but then like finances kind of tanked, and then
yeah.
then I got them back, and I ended up going with Estani, not out of like a change of heart or anything. I just completely forgot that I was talking to Spoiled Chestnut, and I kind of felt really bad about it. But
I have new profile pictures everywhere.
Thanks. I saw that. I didn't know.
The other thing though is yesterday, as a doodle request, we had a play test earlier this week, Estani, Kelsa, and I, of the game we're gonna play, and we played basically in a future timeline of the Blades in the Dark setting. Future Duskfall. It was the murder of Lord Skurlock, which, for anybody who plays Blades, you know who Lord Skurlock is. He's a vampire. But yeah,
he's a vampire. Maybe
not.
In the Blades game that I run with Rhys, his wife, and Nerdfuffle, we had dinner at Lord Skurlock's house before we went and raided a place for crazy artifacts. It was nice.
We just shot him.
Dinner. Just shot him with a revolver.
It was a mystic revolver with like runes and shit. I just want to point that out.
But there is now a picture of those characters. I put it in an art dump, and it might become the cover page of the game when I finish it.
I'm gonna open this up so the stream can see
so everyone else can see it. It's very good. I played the character in the middle. Her name is
pretty.
Brenna Cordera. She ended up getting murdered during the game.
Oh no.
Probably by Kelsa's character, who is on the left.
Seems likely. Signs point to yes.
Signs point to yes. She also murdered, or at least we accused her of murdering Lord Skurlock. So we did that.
J'accuse. That's part of it.
Yeah. Kelsa, you played Needle, who was very cool. She was a whisper who didn't wear shoes.
Yep, she was a whisper who didn't wear shoes.
Sometimes you just don't wear shoes.
Just don't wear shoes. And then Estani played Vixen, who murdered somebody, took their invitation, and showed up at Lord Skurlock's estate. That was.
But was she the murderer that the game was about?
No, she wasn't. The murder she did was unrelated to the game.
The murder she done did.
It was a bonus murder.
Though she did play. She did end up playing the character who got murdered. In a Blades one shot we did this week. Which we got art of that too, because I was like, hey, you should draw this character. It's just like, I already wanted to draw Belle, so I'll draw Belle and Echo. And it's like, sweet. It's very good.
That's awesome.
Actually, I'll put that picture too, just so y'all can.
I love the transition in typeface that there is on this picture that I'm looking at. There's been a murder.
So apparently that typeface or that font, the murder font, is called Alibi.
Okay, it's fair.
Which is just perfect. It's perfect.
That R seems out of place for the rest of the letters, and it's been bugging me. But that's my only. My only complaint. Both of the R's.
Oh, I was like, which R?
It seems like it doesn't fit with specifically the way the M has a diamond and the way the E curves upwards. There's something weird about it.
Yeah, you can go talk to the designer of Alibi.
Why did you make this font this way?
Why did you do this?
How dare?
Maybe they ain't got no alibi.
Dang.
So
they just ugly.
Were we planning on playing in the existing Packet Lost Roll20, or were you going to?
I did not know. I wanted to ask y'all about that.
We can just do that because I can just create an extra page, right?
Yeah, it'll just make life easy.
All right, let me get into that Roll20 game.
I'm just helping.
Masks, Republic City by Night. There we go. Thursday, Scum and Villainy.
There we go.
Do we even need Roll20 open?
We do, so we can write things down.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. That is basically the only reason we need Roll20 open. just so we can we can have a space we can all see text.
So for anybody watching at home, you could use Google Docs and play this game with your friends.
You could, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically.
When I do The King is Dead, the one time I've done The King is Dead, we use Tabletop Simulator because that game uses cards. And Roll20's card function isn't that great, honestly. So
and flip a coin.
Yes, flip it. That's the other reason we have this, is to flip a coin, because you need.
Well, you can just roll a 1d2.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what we do in this.
Yeah,
That's why
how you
Roll20
roll.
is simple.
That's how you flip a coin in
Yep.
Roll20.
Yeah. So those are the reasons you use Roll20.
Then
Because
I thought-
otherwise,
I thought what you were just drinking was whiskey, and I was like, damn, you just like took that big slug without even making a face.
That's how I do. I'm hardcore like that.
Yeah.
No, it's ginger ale.
Rindus is a cowboy, confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm
I go to the
regrowing.
bar.
I'm regrowing my cowboy mustache.
I'm just
It's
drinking
fine.
some rye whiskey straight out of the glass.
I didn't even have
I'm
a rock
here.
in there.
Look, I'm the only person in this here saloon. No one else.
Bring this.
Even the
some
pianist
milk.
isn't here.
Making chocolate.
Oh, beautiful. But yeah, so you could also do it through Discord is the other place you could do it if you have like a dice bot. Like I made a Discord when I originally started a Discord server when I originally made this game because I was going to do a play-by-post version with some friends, but I hadn't like made the games yet, and we'll be doing that at some point.
I'll play in a play-by-post.
Yeah, I want to do it because the first setting for this that I came up with it because when I was coming up with it was like my two big like inspirations were the Clue movie and
Of course.
Agatha Christie stuff. And then I was like also thinking Call of Cthulhu, so I was like 1920s, but we were like, you know what, 1920s with like D&D species and stuff. So you have like magic and ghosts and tieflings and stuff in the 1920s. Yes, this is true. If you trust your friends with coin flips, have it anywhere. But yeah, I should explain what this game is. Hi, everybody.
Can the murder take place at the Straylight?
I think that's what we were thinking.
Oh yes, it has to.
It has to.
I honestly was already thinking that because
Same.
For multiple reasons. It has to be.
I think we talked about it on earlier this week, Kelsa. We were like, I was like the Straylight chance, and I was like, oh no.
It's
Well, now it can't
not
be.
chance.
Now it can't be chance because face isn't gonna be.
Yeah,
that would
That's okay.
be
I can-
stealing away faces.
I
we just
can-
kill
I-
Face because he's not here.
No.
The assassination of
I'm
face
not
by the
a GM
cowardly.
anymore,
by the
but
coward
I'm
blank.
gonna put a kibosh on that particular one. Just
Yeah.
right
Oh,
out.
jeez.
No.
So, hi, I'm the designer of this game called There's Been a Murder. It's a murder mystery hack of Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands, which is a diceless, GM-less storytelling role-playing game. That is the short version of it. Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands is about mech pilots. There's Been a Murder is about murder and mystery.
And-
as the name suggests.
And the Mobile Frame Zero Firebrand is less complicated than Fiasco and Microscope, which both aren't very complicated. So
Yes,
it was nice learning a game in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, Firebrands is super easy to learn because it's very guided. It is originally Wolframe Zero Firebrands is written by D. Vincent and McGay Baker, who wrote Apocalypse World. It is technically a Powered by the Apocalypse game, very technically. The reason I know that is before I started making this was I read an article by Vince Baker talking about that, and then when I actually started making this game, I was like, oh yeah, these are just Apocalypse World moves. Okay, cool.
That's
But
kind
yeah.
of like how Misspent Youth is very technically a Burning Wheel game because it's just published by Burning Wheel.
Yes, exactly. But There's Been a Murder. The things we're doing here are we play characters. We are deciding whether we're all going to play guests or we're going to play different factions. So you can play a guest, you can play a host, or you can play the help. Because I watched Knives Out and I was like, you know what? This needs to be done.
So I was originally thinking we were going to do the Stray Light, and I was going to be Chance, and I was going to be the host.
Mhm.
But with Face no longer here, that really opens up the possibilities for what character I play.
It's true.
So, although I still am leaning towards doing faction play because we did guest play the other time.
Yes, we did.
Ooh, I could play Lotus instead of
But-
playing.
You could.
Yeah.
Instead of playing triage. 100%.
Sure.
We can all just play NPCs who are right next to the actual.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm down with that. But yeah, so other important things about this game. This game has an act structure.
Oh, wait, does that mean that Rindis is going to be Sumchan?
Yeah, I'll be Sumchan. That's fine.
Oh geez. Okay. I gotta figure out who I'm playing of my bevy of people. This
You're
game
the
has an
other
act-
Lotus.
The other Lotus. It's just one of the clones. It's fine.
Just random one of the clones, not
One of the clones. That was yeah. You start with the intro. So this game is made up of a bunch of games, which are different sections. Basically, the game goes around in turns. Every person chooses one of the games to play. This game, There's Been a Murder, always starts with the introduction. This is the first frames of the film. This is the first chapter of the book, basically, like describing everybody, like what you look like, why, like maybe why, giving some hints of why you're here, that type of thing. We all go around once. Once everybody has done a game, anybody can choose the game called A Sudden Discovery, which is when the victim or the host, depending on the type of game you're playing, gets murdered, and we find the body.
And this is only after everybody does one play.
Yeah, exactly. So after that sudden discovery has happened, game goes around. At any point after a sudden discovery has happened, somebody can end the game with the accusation. The accusation is the last game of the game. So it's sort of a 3-act structure. Yeah, j'accuse. You just go around shouting j'accuse or objection, or both, or take that. But yeah, that's the basic structure of the game. And our duties as players of this game is to create messy entanglements. We are here to make things complicated for our characters, and to make it so that when somebody accuses someone, it's perhaps not obvious who the murderer is, or you defend the obvious murderer. Who knows? Also, maybe figuring out who the murderer is if it isn't you sly dog. Because this game does not have a designated murderer. This is something you figure out through play. But the first thing that you usually do in this is you figure out what the setting is, because because the game is setting agnostic. However, we already kind of know what the setting is. It's the Packet Loss universe, the Stray Light, probably.
I think so.
Okay, yeah. So the grounds are the Stray Light. Usually there's a terminology called the grounds. It's basically where the game takes place because it's constrained. That's the mansion in the Clue movie, or the mansion in Knives Out, or a variety of other places. In this case, technically it's the isolated space station, aka the Stray Light. I guess the question for all of us is, what's keeping people here? Why can't we just leave? Why can't the murderer just escape the Stray Light tonight?
I'm gonna say like solar flares.
Ooh.
Like it's a natural phenomenon. It's not something that someone is controlling. It's not something that can just be lifted on a whim. This is you can't fly. It will rip your spaceship apart. Solar flares.
Nice.
And you're stuck there for the night or several occupied hours.
Yeah. Are we cool?
I was thinking some type of exterior sabotage that closed the blast shutters.
Ooh.
Make it even more mysterious.
Maybe it's both.
Maybe
like
it's
the game
maybe it's
Clue,
both.
where they all get locked into the mansion.
Yeah. Maybe
Oh, exactly.
it is both. I will ask Kelsa, can we take the grid lines off of this?
Oh yes, definitely. Thank
Awesome.
you. I totally forgot.
Yeah,
that.
that's usually the first thing I do when I make a page of Roll20 is take the grid off, because I never use the grid.
Fair.
But yeah, let's write down our setting stuff. I will do this in, I don't know, Contrail. Contrail. So setting. The setting. What is it? The Stray Light?
Stray Light.
The Stray Light. Usually there'd be other stuff, but we can like encapsulate a lot of that. And then what's keeping people here? And it's a combination of sabotage and solar flares. Solar flares and sabotage. So dastardly.
Somebody sabotaged the sun to solar flares.
It was the Sun Eaters the whole time.
Damn it!
Just as planned.
Just as planned. All right, so the next part is we have interesting characters. So usually in Firebrands, it is a faction-based game. So in Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands, there are 3 factions. There are the Bantresh, who are the noble families of Bantrol, which is the world that Firebrands takes place on. The landowners, who are the like external corporations who technically own the planet, and you play like mercenaries who are working for them. And then the revolutionaries, who are exactly what they sound like. In this game, there are 2 ways you can do it. I have been playtesting this, so we're figuring out which ways are better, or if we just have both, because I think both work. One is the guest-centric focus. This is if you want to play Clue. This is everybody, all of the player characters are guests. There are 3 different factions of guests. There are the invited, people who are just straight up invited here. They got an invitation. There's probably not anything super suspicious about them being here, probably. There are the indebted, the people who have some sort of debt. They owe the host for something in the past. And then there are the crashers. The people aren't supposed to be here. They just crashed. And in that, the host is collectively created by us, and so is the help. In faction-based play, there are 3 factions. There are the guests, the people who were invited to be here, or maybe not. You can be a crasher if you want. The hosts, the people who are in charge of this, and the help, the people who are supposed to be helping make sure this goes on, this happens. And then in that, you collectively create the victim instead of the host, because the victim isn't necessarily a host. It could be a guest, it could be a member of the help. So, which ones would be interesting for y'all? Which one would you be more interested in?
I would rather play the guests.
The guests? Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Some guest-centered play.
Guest-centered play? Alrighty.
If we go really quickly through a first round, there may be. I don't know how long the game normally takes, but Firebrands can be only an hour long. So
yeah,
we could try out both if we had the time.
If we go very quickly, yes. Because Firebrands is 1 to 3 hours, though. When the time I played The King is Dead, we played for 6 hours. So
that was an accident.
That was an accident. It was a very good game.
Not my fault.
But yeah, I was house. Oh God, the House Oak. That's the house I was. Because in that there are 5 houses. As opposed to 3 factions, and y'all they're vying for supremacy. That game is competitive. That game, there is a winner, and there are winners in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Though you can really fuck over everybody at the very end with certain cards. But anyway, but yeah, this game, I agree. I think this game works better in that 1 to 3 hour window. So let's go through character creation. If you'll turn to page 3 of the Google Doc. The first part is guest-centered play. Yeah, if you'll open it, there is a link earlier in Packet Loss chat.
Also, let me grab my Scum and Villainy book because I know Lotus has existing features. So.
Oh, I need to look at people that Flashbulb and Ballad know. Flashbulb. Played Shoss. No.
No.
I mean, they could. Maris. I was thinking Maris. Maris might be pretty fun.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Mav also is pretty cool.
I do like Mav.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play Io because that's yours, Kelsa. Io is all you.
Thank you. I'm definitely considering him.
Yolanda's dead.
She's been dead.
For a long time.
She's been dead this whole time.
There are all the Bornica Syndicate people.
You could jump in
Dr.
there.
In is very dead thanks to Flashbulb. Captain Black is a possibility.
Nerflevel said play the coffee machine, and I know that she's joking, but you could totally.
I could play caution tape.
Be caution tape.
I could play caution tape.
Totally
That's true.
Be caution tape.
Caution tape did a murder. It's just we know it.
I mean, I wouldn't put it like ahead of caution tape, to be honest. I could play Espa.
This is super interesting. Lotus only has like 2 sentences about her, but I didn't know that she was secretly a high-powered fixer, which makes her kind of ideal for the sabotage element.
Yeah, that would do it.
At least that could be some evidence that maybe she did it.
True. Oh,
It's great because I played her with
Iron
that
stuff.
knowledge the entire time, and I really love that despite being part of the Packet Lost, which is a smuggling ship, and being best friends with a high-class fixer, Triage had no idea about that part of her life.
Well, Triage is vain as hell and only really needs friends for the purpose to serve her. So,
but yeah,
Triage is the worst.
Oh,
Love her, but
Triage.
She's the worst.
Yes, we can also generate evidence as part of the game. It's one of the games where you can generate. Well, there are a couple of games where you generate evidence, but yeah, let's. So I'm gonna figure somebody else, but it'll probably either be Caution Tape or Maris. Gonna be honest. Caution Tape abuses me, but
So Caution Tape doesn't speak like a discernible language. How would you like?
Caution Tape basically speaks like droids in Star Wars.
Yeah, he does R2 speak.
They do binary technically. Well, that's the Star Wars word for it, but they do droid speak. So I could just describe what they're saying a lot of time. It's not as interesting because this game lends itself better to if you play people who can fully speak. I might do Captain Black. That would be fun. He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he would definitely.
I already forgot his name, but they used the used car salesman, the used space yacht salesman.
Oh
in the
God.
bright orange suit.
Oh yeah, he what
I forget their name.
Takala?
Takala.
The Dock
That sounds-
Master?
Is that right?
Or was
it
that-
Takala?
So we
Nah.
had Hayani, who was the frog person. We had Takala, who's the Dock Master, was like, yes, you can keep your ship here, on Mem, or above Mem, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to decide right now because y'all can decide on your characters. I can just pass it off to you easily.
That's fair.
Yeah, Takala. It was Takala. Favorite color, Tangelo.
It was Takala. I knew it.
Favorite color, Tangelo.
Oh, geez.
That's what my notes say.
So the first thing we're gonna do, since we're doing guest-centered play, is we'll start with somebody. We can randomly select someone because somebody can go first for the actual game. A different person can go first, but for the purpose of this, we will walk people through. Kelsa, if you want to be our example because you've played this game before.
I have, but that means that I have to decide
you have
what
to play.
character I'm playing.
Who? Okay.
I'll
Question.
go first.
Okay. Thank you, Outro. So, choose which faction. There are 3 factions. There are the invited. You've been personally invited by the host. Little do you know that there's more than just dinner. The indebted. You are indebted to the host for something they've done for you in the past. Perhaps it's time that it was repaid. Or the crashers. You aren't supposed to be here, but here you are. Now you're a part of this.
I am the invited. This is a party for me.
Okay, all right, I like it. Yeah. So, if you want to go on the Roll20 and like choose a corner basically, and just like write the invited because you're gonna be writing some other stuff.
Yeah.
So the first thing you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be choosing 3 attractive qualities. There's a big ol' list of them because I just copied the same list for all 3 of the factions because I was too lazy to divide them.
All right, and I will look through those now. The character creation. Okay, what page do you have those on?
It's on page 3 with all the other character creation stuff. It's if you look at the invited, it just says choose 3 attractive qualities and it's and then there's a big old list.
Okay. I am fashionable. Passionate and radiant.
All right, write those all down.
Fashionable, passionate, and radiant.
You're playing Lotus, right? That's your...
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That makes sense for Lotus.
Do we have
Another
somewhere
factual
to do we have
person.
somewhere to write this down, or do we need to just make our own?
We're writing it on the Roll20, so like
Okay.
just use the text thing and write it there. So like choose a quadrant, basically, not literally a corner, just a quadrant. So the next thing you'll do is choose a name that'll be easy to remember. Yeah, but Lotus, as well as their pronouns.
Lotus is a she, her.
Cool. Choose what you do, the profession or occupation of your daily life, which I believe is fashion designer for Lotus, or
Yes.
fixer.
Well, she's secretly a fixer.
I think this party is about fashion designer.
Yeah.
Although it would be kind of interesting if this party was about you being a fixer. This is like supreme underworld.
Her secret underworld fixer party.
That's why there was sabotage.
Maybe.
Maybe that'll come up. You just put fashion designer.
Yeah,
and
I'll
then,
just put fashion designer.
And then answer the following question. What does the host mean to you? We haven't decided who the host is yet, but you can tell us what the host means to you, and that'll help us create who the host is.
They're a dear friend of several years.
Ooh, all right, write that down. And that is your character so far. There will be more, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. The name Lotus is a complete and utter coincidence. The fact that the Lotus line and Lotus have the same name is a complete coincidence. But yeah. Rindis, do you know who you're gonna be? Have an idea? Who you're playing?
Of course, I'm playing Sumchan.
Oh, right, you're playing Sumchan. Cool. Which faction would you like to play?
So I am going to be a crasher.
Ooh, nice. I like it. All right.
Wait, Sumchan and the Axe Gang.
Crashing
Yeah.
the party.
Sumchan and the Axe Gang show up to party.
I love it. All right, so choose 3
They're all
attractive
from
qualities for
Nightfall.
Sumchan.
Yeah, I was gonna say I found it very interesting actually that you're also from Nightfall, as well as Lotus being from Nightfall.
Y'all just were on the same ship, didn't realize it.
Yeah. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So,
Beautiful.
yes, he's a crasher. I think that the way to describe this glorious man is... I'm looking over my options here.
There's a
There's
lot
a
of
lot.
them, I know.
There's a lot. Since
I
he's...
vote handsome because didn't you say?
I was gonna say the same thing. Since he's future space Keanu Reeves, it's handsome.
Mhm.
There was one here that stood out.
Fiery
That was it. Fiery, handsome, fiery, and probably
and shy. Oh,
No.
Severe?
it was gonna be severe or bold.
striking. What? In what way do you mean striking, or is it open to the?
It's open to
several- 'cause-
interpretation.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Generally, when people see striking, I think they think like appearance, like very
Yeah.
striking appearance, but
But it could also mean you're really sharp-witted.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, severe was what I was thinking, but you could do bold or whatever else.
I do like severe. It was between the two: handsome,
Mhm.
severe, fiery.
He is Keanu Reeves after all.
Where are you writing your notes at, Rindus?
Oh,
Right
he's
there.
yeah, I
Oh,
was
there
like,
they
can't
are.
see it.
They,
You can't
they
see
just
it yet.
didn't pop up yet.
All right. So you have a name. It's Sumchan. Your pronouns. I think Sumchan's he, him.
Yep. I can't. Wait, hold on. It's not letting me go back and edit.
Oh, you have to go and do the select tool and then click on it. To select
Oh, that's not how that works. How do I underline in Roll20?
I don't know how you do it in the text thing.
It's not letting me edit.
That's weird. I
I'm
can't.
not sure you can.
Oh,
you
have to be a
can. You have
GM.
to double click on. You have to double click on it.
Oh, you
with
can-
the-
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, double click on it with the select tool, not with the text. tool.
Great.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
That makes it
Uh,
easier.
All right. So once you do pronouns, choose a pseudonym, a fake name you'll be using for this event.
Oh, is that for me?
Yeah, it's for you since you were crashing.
I don't know. Why not? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying you could use the Scum and Villainy sheet and just look at the names that are there. The character creation thing.
Oh, I was just gonna say Mr. Axe.
Just do it. Yeah, fuck it. Mr. Axe, great. Love it. All right, and the last question for you, for your character, is answer the following question: why are you here?
Revenge. No.
Always applicable.
Always, yeah. So Sum-Chan and possibly the Axe Gang are here
to steal the secret lab coat recipe.
Time. They're here to have a good time, and that is all I'm going to say that means.
I like it. All right. Kelsa, do you have a character in mind? Or at least a faction?
I do.
All right.
I
which faction are you gonna play?
I'm gonna go with the Indebted, so that will leave it open
round
to
it
you
out.
to pick whatever you
Damn
want.
it! You've done this.
I did. Right. You had an option to just answer for yourself without talking to me.
That's true.
As I quietly tapped away.
As you quietly ask chat, hey, who should I play? Yeah. So 3 attractive qualities.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of the third one, but definitely passionate and striking. I think confident is the last one.
All right, that makes sense. Are you playing IO?
I'm playing IO.
You're playing IO. Okay.
Yes.
What is choose your debt? Something the host has done for you that you haven't repaid.
It's my ship. It's definitely my spaceship.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you have one more question. Why has the host summoned you?
That is a much more interesting question.
Yes, it is.
I want to say he needs me to win him a bet.
Interesting.
There's somebody on the guest list that. Okay.
I'm gonna do him a favor, like, in order to tip the scales and something. I'm like his ringer.
Okay. Nice. I like it. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. I need to figure out who I'm playing. I had all this time, but I was also managing, y'all.
You were
starting.
That's fair.
So I did not actually decide who I'm playing. Let's see. Is she around?
Who?
Nalmon.
I see no reason why she couldn't be.
Yeah, then I'll play her.
Sure.
All right.
I was thinking Satani because I thought that would be funny.
I'm gonna do that. That's a much better idea. That's a much better idea. I'm playing Satani.
Oh my gosh! Yes, please play Satani.
Well, if I'm playing Satani, I am definitely the invited as well.
For sure.
Because of course I was invited to this totally not a fixer party.
All right, I'm going to change it. It's
fine,
totally not a fixer party.
Totally not a fixer party. All right, so I'm playing. I'm gonna make this a little bit. I'm gonna change this to, I don't know, light. So Satani, she, her. Invited. The invited. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do the normal convention that we have, which is putting the faction first. So I'll remember. All right. I can't spell apparently. It's fine.
It's fine. You'll be alright.
Do you need to spell?
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. So 3 attractive qualities for Satani. I think down to earth, cheerful, down to earth, and let's see.
Where is will stab a bitch?
Down to earth.
It checks out.
Striking because you
you struck him.
But yeah,
Got him.
we're putting cheerful, down to earth, and is resourceful one, or is that on one of the other lists? Oh, that's one. That's on the other list for the other game. I think resolute is the other thing. I think she is very resolute. That's a vibe I've gotten from her. So what do? Fixer. Big. As opposed to the definitely not a fixer, totally a fixer. And what is the host to me? They are a valuable source of information. Alrighty, and there we go. Ta-da! Yeah, y'all can make these bigger and like move them so we can like we can put them under like where the setting stuff is. It's like here. Sanitos Gambit. Oh jeez, it's real.
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing the next 2 things we all do together. So we get to make the host, the big host. The host invited some of us. Oh, is it actually? Are we using Chance? Are we?
I think it should be. I mean,
Okay. Yeah. Let's use Chance.
I think even if someone else like arrange this fashion design party that is definitely about fashion design and not all about fixing. He's
Totally not a fixing party.
He still owns the Stray Light. He still is going to be here. He's still going to
Right. All right.
host.
So okay. So let's write in. I guess I can write in the host, Chance. Is Chance he him? Do we?
Yes.
He is.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he is.
So, y'all, what are Chance's attractive qualities?
Oh.
What
art?
Beautiful.
Beautiful,
Agreed.
Beautiful for sure,
energetic, and
Energetic.
enthusiastic.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
I like it.
We're
I was
widely
gonna-
traveled.
Widely traveled? It's pretty good.
Interestingly enough, the host actually has different ones, but these are all very good for him anyway. So,
Where are the lists for the host then?
they're on page 4. They're the next page. There's a smaller list. It's brooding, charming, courteous, dashing, discreet, eccentric, genial, gracious, inspiring, mysterious, practical, and witty.
Maybe charming instead of beautiful.
I mean, he is also beautiful.
He
So.
is,
I mean, he could be
but-
dashing.
Yeah.
But he's also beautiful. Like I'm
Yes,
not gonna.
I do.
Yeah.
I do remember Ballad's exact words were, "Who is this beautiful man?"
Yes.
That sounds like Ballad, and that sounds like a perfect description of Chance.
Yeah, so maybe instead of enthusiastic, we do dashing or energetic. He does have those things.
dashing. I like dashing.
Dashing.
But we got to keep beautiful. Like
All
have
right.
to.
How about beautiful, energetic, and dashing?
Dash.
We good with that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
into
quite
it.
good.
Alrighty. Okay, so then we already did the name, we did the pronouns. We choose their reputation, something that everyone would know about the host. Which might be literally just owner of the Stray Light, but it could be something else that everybody knows about Chance.
What is something
Big
that,
old the fun one head.
Mhm.
I mean, you're not wrong. Is that but my question is, what is something that specifically these two fixers would know about Chance. That it's then surprising that also this race car driver or race spaceship pilot,
racing pilot, yeah,
and whatever some Chan is now.
Mr.
Gang leader?
Axe.
Are you back to gang leader? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, he probably. I mean, it's
he
whatever.
fell back into it.
You don't fall out of it.
It comes and goes.
You never leave the Yakuza.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Beautiful. I mean, Owner of the Stray Light works.
Yeah, we could do Owner of the
Owner
Stray
of the
Light.
Stray Light. Yeah, I'm into that.
Reputation. Owner of the Stray Light. Too bad he's gonna get murdered.
He doesn't have to be murdered.
I mean, he's going to be.
Oh no.
Doesn't have. Nope, he's murdered.
That or his like twin brother or clone or something like that could be a big old
There we
twist.
go.
Was all
So
over
can we
it.
just say that this is AU?
Oh, this is 100% AU. I don't
We
think
already
any.
knew
I don't think any of these people would have met.
that. No.
All right. And the last thing we do before we start the game is we make the help. So the help is here to make things run smoothly. Could they be accomplices? So we all make the help together. This is basically like the help is a group. They allow us to like draw on random NPC, like random non-guest NPCs, because we can just create NPCs whenever we want. If it's like, oh, we need like a security guard or like a waiter or whatever, we can draw that in.
Gotcha.
So the help in this case are the employees of the Stray Light.
Mhm.
So we'll choose 3 attractive qualities. These are qualities that all of the members of the help of the Stray Light have, no matter what.
Mandatory beautiful requirement.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like
I feel
no
like
ugly
beautiful,
people allowed.
All right.
Yeah, like if they're not all like Chance is not gonna not hire you if you're not beautiful, but before you get out on the floor, you're gonna be beautiful.
Oh, of course.
Like,
Right.
Can they
you'll
be
pay for your
quirky?
reconstructive surgery?
Quirky,
Can they be
sure.
quirky too?
Oh,
I think
yeah,
quirky
yeah,
is
yeah.
a good call.
All right, then we need one more. This is that attract qualities for all of the help, and it could be from
Lighthearted. I
race.
feel like you need to be lighthearted to be like a space bar employee. Except for if you're never mind.
Except if
because
you're a
I'm
bouncer.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe gracious. Like
Gracious is good.
Discreet.
Discreet's very good. Yeah, let's do
Discreet
discreet.
is good.
sold.
You know the
Sold,
best bottle service is the bottle service you never noticed happened
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
until you get that $500 bill.
That secret menu.
Here's your 2,000 creds you must pay. There is a collective name for the help. What is that collective name? What do we call the people of the employees of the Stray Light?
The
Strays.
staff.
Staff. The staff's good. Stray's also good.
I do like strays. You could do like his shooting stars because it's out in space.
Stray stars.
Stray stars.
We want to do that.
God, it's such a pretentious thing to call your employees.
These
These are my
It is.
stray stars.
It is.
I mean, this
It
is Chance
is.
we're talking about.
That's
I'm sold.
There's a reason they want him dead.
Ooh, damn.
Oh no!
So I also
Stop it, Chance! You're embarrassing me.
I also have their pronouns, but I think like this is like for them it's just what we decide when they show up.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put all. And then the last thing. Do I have anything else? Choose their role, the thing they're supposed to be doing at this event.
Well, you know. Some Chan had them all replaced with Axe Gang members, so the role is murder.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, damn.
No, this is the beach episode for the Axe Gang. They're all supposed to be hanging out and having a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
It's like Pikachu's vacation.
Yeah. No, this is the if you want an example of why the role is a thing, it's the it is in the Clue movie, the scene that where one of the guests asks Tim Curry's character, like, so who are you? And he's just like, I'm a butler. And it's like, what do you do? It's like, I buttle, sir. That's what that is.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's a nightclub, so like the obvious answer is they're, the attending staff.
Yeah. Attendance is a thing that we could write. Attendance / like entertainment /
Yep.
service.
They attend all of the needs.
Yeah.
Wink.
Service feels the most natural to me.
Yeah. Okay. Then service is the thing.
Because attendant, like,
service.
Not necessarily all bar employees or.
Yeah, definitely. But they are here for service.
Yes.
All right. Cool. So we have all of our characters effectively, which is good. The next thing then is we do the first game. Hey, we're playing the game. We were already playing the game, but now we're playing the game. So the first game is called The Introduction. It starts on the bottom of page 5. It is a, for my own notes, it is a special solitaire style game that establishes character entrances, first opening shots of the film, first chapter of the book, setting the stage for the rest of the preamble. It's very short. It's here to establish appearances, your starting position, and some way to show how we are all connected. So everybody plays. We take turns. I still haven't decided who would go first in this, because I think in Firebrands it's kind of just like it's the youngest person, or you just decide. I don't remember which one it is. I think
it's just whoever has an idea.
Yeah. So on your turn, you answer the following questions. What do you look like, and where are you first seen? And then after that, you'll choose another one of the players or the host. So you can choose chance. And you answer the following question. What look or item ties you to them?
I'll go first.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. So, beautiful Lotus. She's currently wearing a blonde wig that has really, really tight, like, perm style rolls, like hair rolls. But they, like, kind of float just with whatever. And she's wearing, like, almost like J-pop fashionista, like, big puffy dress, but it's like short to like right above the knees. It's black with like magenta lining. Otherwise she is of fair skin and very beautiful. And she presents herself as such. You will see her speaking to I'd like to say she's speaking to Satani as if they're old friends, and she's like doing the "I'm famous" haha laugh.
Of course, yeah, I like that. I like it.
She's like laughing as if she just heard a joke.
Where are you when we see you?
Maybe we're in a booth, and I feel like I may be like overstepping because I'm speaking of another PC.
No, you're supposed to. Yeah, no, you do choose another player and answer like what look or item ties you to them. So I think establishing our relationship is a good part of that.
We're both sitting in a booth.
Cool. Yeah, I think I can go next then, because you've given me a natural lead in. Satani is a very old woman. She's in her 70s, 80s maybe, and she's probably older than that because this is the future. She has like shock white hair, kind of a craggy-ish skin, very much a grandma, a little babushka, if I do say so myself. She's got a like head wrap on, and like generally like pretty subdued clothing, but like she knows how to tear up. She knows she's at a club, so like it is clothing you can dance in.
I love how she knows how to tear up.
Yeah, of course. She knows tearing up. She knows what she is. But yeah, we're
That's
at
really archaic language at this point in the future.
It is.
I'm sorry. What do you mean by this is lit?
I am here to tear it up.
Lit was hip when she was young.
Yeah, it was lit. It's fine. But yeah, I think for this, she looks over from the booth that she's with, Lotus in, and she sees Io, and like across the dance floor, and just is like, just does that like very grandmotherly nod, just like, you're here, good to know.
I was hoping for the anime tension, like the line that shoots.
What do I owe you?
Well, we'll have to find out.
I'm sure. So Io is wearing like bell-bottom pants that are very tight in the crotch area, but then get loose around the knee.
Of course.
And he's got a very ruffly shirt on that is open like halfway down the middle, exposing this tattoo across his chest of essentially the planet Jupiter. And he's got Native American features, coffee brown skin, long straight black hair, and a single little, there's a word for it, I cannot remember what it is, for the
soul
type
patch?
of but longer than the soul patch. Like, there's totally a word for this type of facial hair. I looked it up at one point.
It's like a Fu Manchu if you shaved the like mustache part.
Kind of, yes. It's more like that. But essentially just one really long, very small beard. I guess like a soul patch would be close, but very long.
The long soul patch.
Long soul patch. Yeah. And then Mr. X. I think that we're both wearing like a I think like as I'm out there, I'm like on the dance floor or something, and I like strike a pose in the middle of a dance, and you can see that I'm wearing on my wrist something that people who are in this universe would instantly recognize as an emergency spacesuit, compressed, incredibly expensive, but also effective in emergency. And then we cut like just coming in from the hallway, we see Mr. Axe, and on his wrist is the same type of spacesuit.
Oh. And so Mr. Axe steps in, and he does the thing where he adjusts his very light gray sports coat, his matching pair of black or gray slacks, but there's also a black t-shirt with a fire demon on it that would be common on the planet they're from, and a very clear logo of the Axe Gang there, but he doesn't seem to mind. He's trimmed up his beard, his hair has grown longer in the time since the Packet Lost crew had last seen him at the bar, and he's still sporting his sweet robot arm, but it's tucked under in the sleeve, but you can still see the hand, but the good hand is where the life support is. What's my next question that I need to answer?
What do you look like? Where are you first seen? And then you choose one of the other players or the host and answer what look or item ties you to them.
See, my question is, the Axe Gang has a logo now. They've upgraded in the world.
Axe Gang is a timeless mafia. They've existed for generations.
Yeah,
So
they're in the classic movie Kung Fu Hustle.
yeah. Oh, no, they're a real gang. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
they're a real gang. No,
Yeah.
I know, but it's they have been immortalized through that.
Oh yeah, of course.
Space Future.
They were immortalized in a Jackie Chan martial arts movie first, but I think it was Drunken Master actually. Now that I'm
Yeah, Legend of the Drunken Master.
Yeah.
Was that Jackie Chan?
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
That was Jackie.
There is a big brawl where he fights like 50 of those guys in
a bar.
Yeah, in a bar of all things. But yeah, so he steps out of what would be the bathroom making his way back out onto the bar/main dance floor area.
And you like shoulder check Chance by accident?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he does. He does, in fact, shoulder check Chance as they're walking by each other. And the thing that catches his eye is not something that Chance had been wearing on him initially, but in the process of colliding and giving the kind of like tough guy, watch where you're going statement, he slips something into his into one of Chance's pockets, back pocket, and it's a
for a good time.
It's a signal beacon. It's a little minuscule, kind of like a quarter-sized tracking beacon.
Somebody's concerned about Chance's whereabouts. I like it. All right, so that was the introduction game. So now we start the actual games. We go around, and once everyone's gone around once, we can find Chance dead, or Chance's clone or something. We'll find out. Outro, since you started the introduction, would you like to choose the first game?
I'm thinking.
So basically how these games work is you choose a
I either want to have a shouting match with the help, or I want to do I either want to do that or an exploration.
Okay.
With Chance.
Ooh.
So I have two options that I'm really kind of
both of those are
torn between.
Not the PCs. How does that work? Oh, writer of this game.
Shouting match you can do without PCs, I imagine.
It has to be a PC for
you generally choose a player, and you do because exploration you can't go alone.
Okay.
It's the idea.
So it would be an exploration with Satani because it would be most canonical.
Okay, that makes
let's go with that. Instead
sure.
of the shouting match.
Yeah, so exploration starts on page 7. It goes to 7 page. It's at the bottom of page 7, goes to page 8. So you choose me. You ask how we came to be exploring together. You ask me how we came to be together. I think like after Satani was like talking to Lotus, like you came over and you were like, or no, you were with me, and we are just like, you know what? We should go out for a walk. Like, go out for a walk, see what the Straylight has to offer nowadays, because neither of us have been here in a while.
It's been a while since I've been on the Straylight. Why don't we walk see what kind of renovations Chance has put into place?
Yes, it's been over 30 years for me, so let's go see.
Shall we? And I get out of the booth, and then I elegantly hand my hand over to help you out of the booth.
Yeah, and she'll take the hand and follow you out into the other parts of the Straylight. So
God, I want to expose a hidden passageway. So
well, you're probably gonna be able to do it very, very soon. We take turns asking each other questions. Each of us gets 2 questions. The person who's least familiar with the grounds asks the first question, or else have another player choose who asks the first question at whim.
I would think you are least familiar with the grounds.
I haven't been here in over 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think the first thing that happens is, you know what? I'm gonna do the first one because I like it. I trip over something and you pick it up. Why do you recognize it?
Oh, be careful, Satani.
He turns around, just like, oh, is something the matter?
Well,
I mean, there's something in the way, and looks down. What is this thing? What did I trip over?
It's a very expensive bottle of space champagne that's unopened. Why would this be here in the hallway? I wonder. Or no, instead of that, you knock over, those scans that they have at like Italian restaurants that have like buckets on them? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you knock over one of those.
So it's literal wine cooler, yeah.
But I noted, it's actually called a wine cooler.
I think it's actually called a wine cooler.
But yeah, you knock one of those over. It's made out of like space pewter and it's super fancy. And I'm like, oh, well, this is a very expensive bottle of champagne. But champagne doesn't exist because the province of Italy isn't around.
It would be called sparkling wine.
the Department of France does not exist, but I bet there is a planet Champagne, so it's fine.
Oh, an entire planet made of champagne. No, it's like the like gas cloud that smells like raspberries or whatever. They just mine it out in space.
They harvest champagne. It's
Yep.
fine.
What about your second question, or do we alternate questions?
We alternate. Questions.
Okay.
It's your turn, so you can expose the hidden passageway if you want.
Yes, I absolutely want to expose a hidden passageway, and I do so by putting the wine cooler bucket back on the thing and sliding it over a few inches.
Nice. Yeah.
And it's really weird because we're walking past what looks like an aquarium, but then like we see a hollow vid cut out like momentarily, and then it cuts out again, and then there's just an open passageway.
Excellent. Satani picks up the bottle, just like, well, adventure, let's go. She'll follow you eagerly into the passageway, because I'm here to follow you. I want to see what's happening.
Excellent. So we walk in.
Yeah. So, I think while we're here, because this is a space station passageway, of course. I find something we need to climb over. Do you help me over the obstacle?
Absolutely. I say, mind a second. Let me go first, and I will help you over.
Oh, you are too kind. Too kind. Just
so I very unladylike, and this is the first time you see her not super fancy and trying to keep up with appearances. She very unladylike, squat jumps. She has a great standing high jump.
Damn.
Okay?
All right.
So she squat jumps onto the top, and then she picks you up by the armpits like a dance move, and then puts you over the other side.
Well, you have been working out.
I have to keep these legs toned somehow.
Fair enough. All right, so you get this is the last question. You get to ask one more.
We get hopelessly lost. Do you blame me for getting you lost from the party?
No, I'm gonna help us get it back on track. I think we end up in one of those. We end up in one of those in a four-way intersection. Sonny just kind of looks around, just like, I know these space stations pretty well. If you just follow this pipe here, and she just points at there's a certain pipe that's yellow.
It's the life support systems.
Right, of course. Just we'll just follow this and it'll get us out. And we just follow that and we get back into the hallway. Just brush yourself off. Well, that was interesting. Just she just holds up the champagne. Shall we?
Yeah. We pop open the bottle of champagne and you get a thought bubble. Why is there a secret passage? And then she pours she gets one of the stray stars to pour the champagne.
Yeah, of course. They somehow they're already here when we came out. It's fine. All right. So I think I guess which way should we go? Should we go Mr. Axe next, or should I be next?
I think Mr. Axe next. We just keep going in the same order we did before.
Okay, yeah. So, Mr. Axe or Arindus, which game would you like to do, and who would you like to play with? Unless you're doing an interlude, then you play by yourself. But
how lonely. Well, a dance here doesn't have anything written on it, which is a shame.
It's in Firebrands.
Okay.
I just haven't written anything. But a dance is a wonderful game. You just choose somebody.
I was gonna pick that if you didn't. So.
Well, then I guess I know who I'm dancing with.
Now I gotta think of another game. Okay.
All right. So
let me find the dance on Firebrands. Then.
Yeah, it's page 18 and 19 in Firebrands.
Okay.
I posted a group dance in the art dump for Packet Loss.
I like
and I
these.
just think of the Axe Gang doing a group dance like that, like Thriller or something like that.
Oh my god. Oh no, they would do god, what was that music video?
I mean, they
Have a Nice Day, where they go through Tokyo doing it's a really weird. I gotta go find it. But yeah,
I'm just reading these over because these are incredibly intimate for a random stranger. I like it.
I mean, this is Io we're talking about.
Yeah, that's fine.
We shouldn't be random strangers. You should at least know of me.
Mm-hmm.
So, For the setup for a dance, you ask your chosen partner. So you ask Io over there, how you two came to be dancing together.
How did we come to be dancing together, Io?
You guys backed into each other on the dance floor, and naturally.
I'm into that, actually. Like, the music's going, we're dancing, we bump into each other, we turn around, and we just start dancing with each other. We both recognize each other from wherever around. You know that I do runs. I've been known to hang out with lots of different people, maybe up to and including the Packet Loss.
So there's like a look of recognition off of that. And so I get to ask a question now, yes?
So you can ask, what do you notice about each other? What have you heard? And I think we answered that. But you take turns asking each other questions. Each of you gets to ask each other the other 2 questions. Take turns, then the dance ends. The worst dancer asks the first question.
Oh.
Well, we heard sorry, Sumchen knows Io, but we didn't hear how Io knows Sumchen. Do we need both sides?
I mean, we both know each other. That's a conceit of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a notorious gang leader. Of course I've heard of you. I'm a member of the underworld.
Yeah. Except it's Mr. Axe here.
Yeah, it's Mr. Axe.
I see through your not wearing glasses.
Mm-hmm. there's no Clark Kenting this.
Damn it, he's wearing a shirt. Can't recognize him.
Yeah. Yeah. You laid low for all of 3 weeks. Of course we know who you are. So who do you think is a better dancer then, Sumchan or Io?
I think it's Io.
Or is it IRL who's a better dancer?
No, it's the characters that would be. Io's the better dancer. Ooh.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Sumchen, but like from what I know about Io, his confidence probably makes him.
Remind me who Io is as far as Packet Loss goes. I think I have an idea, but Io is the nephew, right, or the son of a clone?
Yes,
he's
the
the
son
son
of
okay,
a clone.
right.
He's the son of a clone.
The hottie that Netflix and chilled. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm glad I'm on the same page. That's how Sumchan knows him.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I don't feel like that Io knows Sumchan that same way.
No, probably not. No, but yeah, Glitch probably had like video set up or something, and he stumbled across, and he's like, "Oh, yeah." So I'm gonna pose. Oh, there are a lot of good ones in here.
I feel like being part of an axe gang makes you obligated to have a choreographed dance scene.
Oh, he knows how to choreograph hustle.
Well, that's the thing. Group choreography is not the same as what's happening here.
It's true.
That's
it's not choreography, which is why I'm going first, because he probably isn't as good of a dancer as Io.
Mm-hmm.
So I think something about me catches your eye and your look lingers. What is it?
I think you're wearing something that is a trinket given to you by Glitch.
Oh, I know what it is. He would have an old Earth medallion. Something that would
doubly catch my eye.
Would immediately catch Io's eye, being a connoisseur of old Earth technology.
Sure.
I can't say what it is, but it's that. It's definitely something old Earth that he would be like, oh, I know what that is. And then
you're wearing a compact disc as a necklace.
Mm-hmm. he's got the clock just right there around his neck.
Amazing, I love it.
Ah, the great historian, Flavor Flav.
All right.
You may at this moment in the dance place your hand upon my elbow, my shoulder, my waist, or my hip. Which do you choose?
And it's going to be on the hip. Some Chan's all about the power play.
Nice.
Of course.
Yeah. I will nod.
Questions. Okay. So yeah, he takes the hip, full charge of the dance as it's going on, whether it's a slow dance or an upbeat tempo one. He's assumed control of the dance.
He's assumed direct control.
Assuming, yeah, his eyes glow. Takes over the entire dance floor.
It's funny because you probably have 2 left feet compared to Io. So you take over the dance, but you're the worst dancer.
Yeah. I like this one that I found. Okay.
Whoa, okay.
Somebody is dead on the dance floor. Sorry.
That was early.
So
The shutters closed, the lights go off.
Ladies and gentlemen, social distancing means you have to share a space with other people who are also social distancing, and they may not respect the sanctity of stream time. So just be prepared for random shouts and yells.
Don't worry, we're at a club. It makes sense.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Perfect.
apparently for them, social distancing means they all congregate in the room next to mine and just be loud, even though they've got the entire house. Anyways, so while this is all going on, eventually the dance's figures bring you to dance with someone else, whom, and then when... Oh, it's a 2-parter. Does that count?
Yeah, it's
okay.
2-parter.
When the dance brings you back to me again, are you pleased or disappointed?
I'm gonna say it's Chance is who I dance with.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that as we're dancing, Chance comes up and like gives me an up nod, and I just suddenly start following him instead of following you. And then we dance a little ways away and maybe have a conversation. But then I dance my way back to you.
Hey, wait, that's that asshole that shoulder chats me.
Yeah, and there's the slight.
So yeah,
just...
I'm pleased.
Mm-hmm.
When we wind up back next to each other.
I see how this game entangles stuff, though. I like the way that it flows that way.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How spicy we gonna get in this last question?
You have an opportunity to draw me close and hold me for a moment. Do you take it?
Yes. There is a very sly and choreographed, like the little twist and dip, and that's probably where the music cuts.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah, he definitely does a whole flourish and has a smile on his face when he stands back up again.
Yep.
Stenny has a point. Were you pleased or were you
it was
disappointed?
pleased.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
pleased.
I quite
Sorry if that was
pleased.
not clear.
Yeah, I said pleased.
Yeah, I heard pleased.
Pleased.
Please.
And I think it's doubly funny because I'm pretty sure that Sumchan is not that tall.
No. I think we established that he's a small but spry little space Asian man.
Beautiful.
Love
Yeah, because Io is a tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's tall. Having danced with tall people, it's an interesting time.
Same.
So, Io.
Oh gosh,
Perfect.
now I need to make a choice.
I stole your choices.
I'm gonna do an interlude.
Ooh. All right.
I think this is sometime after we dance together, right? Hold on.
So, for people wondering where the interlude is, it starts on bottom page 8, goes to page 9. It is a solitaire style game. It's here to do things by yourself. It's the like you get a phone call type of thing, or like I've been counting bullets, that kind of stuff. It's mess with evidence, that all those types of things.
Yeah. Okay. So I think what's going to happen is that I'm in an undisclosed location. It's maybe like it's unclear if it's like a hotel room or like a maintenance room. It's kind of small and dark. All the lights are off, but I have like a hollow screen pulled up, and I'm like looking at a video feed of the outside of the space station, where I can see that the blast shields for the solar storm have been not only closed but are now like shut. And I realize that we are good and trapped here.
Ooh.
For realsies now. Like there, I think in the background of all of these previous scenes, there's been like a small like band up at the top of the hallways being like, solar flares still in progress. Solar flares still in progress. And it's just been like there this whole time, but like I'm looking here, and it seems like the mechanism to undo that notification is jammed up.
Terrifying. All right, it's my turn. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Hey, Sumchan, would you like to have a conversation over food?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, conversation over food is also one of those that's just in Firebrands. The only difference in Firebrands and the one in There's Been a Murder is that, so for this game, I ask you how we came to be eating together.
So I think probably Io finished up the dance and headed off to go do the interlude. So Sumchan probably found a table. It doesn't matter if it was occupied or not, which is how he ended up sitting with you. And he probably just put down enough creds to pay for a large meal and was like, well, since I'm sitting here, you might as well eat with me.
Yeah, and she'll accept that. Other players can join freely if it makes sense for their characters to also be present there. I think Io's gone, but if Lotus, if you think
Lotus,
you might be
He
Lotus,
buys...
you may actually see Lotus like in the background talking with the host, but that's like not actually, important.
All right,
Yeah, he buys a shit ton of fried space calamari rings.
Delicious.
I could go for that right now.
Satani is clearly a little bit flush. Like she's been drinking some of that space champagne. But otherwise, she's kind of just been like, she looks like she's been having a pretty good time. She hasn't had a chance. Like she looks over at Lotus talking to Chance. She evidently hasn't had a chance to talk to Chance. What does she notice about Sumchan?
She noticed about Sumchan. Would probably notice that Sumchan is actually keeping an eye on Chance. It looks like the table we sat down at is one of those spots that has a good view of the entire main foyer area.
Right.
And like, even though he's playing it up being, social and talking, every so often the eyes will just stray to watch whenever Chance starts moving around.
Okay, cool. So for this conversation, we take turns. Usually in Firebrands, it's the person that's the lowest social standing takes the first turn, but in this game, it's the most suspicious person goes first.
Oh, well. That's clearly outro.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No.
I said I'm good. I don't want any calamari.
I don't want any calamari. Yeah, no, so, I think I just outed myself there.
I think you did. On your turn, choose choose your conversation. In this case, Satani, because we're the only ones having the conversation. And you can either ask a topical question, which are all in Firebrands, engage in just actual improvised conversation, have a conversation. You can pass instead, saying instead something about the food, or you can just leave the conversation. The conversation ends. Okay, you can just leave.
Sorry. Well, it was nice getting to know you. Bye.
The first round. Well, I'm done here. Bye.
I'm done here. Bye. Just gets up.
Takes a single ring of calamari, eats it, and it's just like, well, that was pleasant.
He's showing off that lucrative bar money.
Yeah.
You know?
So the conversation, you're just splashing cash. The conversation ends when everyone is either passed or everyone's left but one person. Yeah. So you can do one of those topic questions, or you can just like, we might start, in mini rests or whatever. Yeah, you have the first turn here.
I'm feeling generous. What favor do you ask me?
I ask you what you're doing here. Why are you here? It's like, I know that symbol pretty well. The Axe Gang's a little far from home. Why so far from home? This might be a bit of a, vacation, but you brought the whole gang. Curious.
My boys
Still
need
just thinking of little chibi people with axes as a Pikachu's vacation. I can't get over it.
My boys just needed some time off to stretch their legs. It's not every day that space ninjas give you a hard time. It's bad for morale. But truth be told, I'm picking something up for a client.
Oh. I'm not going to pry into what that is. I'm sure I'll hear about it soon enough, but interesting. Good to know. And she looks over, because I think there's at some point, some Chan looks over at Chance, and she looks over, just like, I still haven't gotten to talk to him today. Have you?
I only had a brief run-in with him.
This the good type of run-in? The...
I scuffed my sneakers, so I'm just keeping an eye on him for now.
Scuffed your sneakers? That's some interesting innuendo you're putting out there.
Yeah, no, we did run into each other, so he stepped on some Chan's brand new kicks, and he's gonna get 50 axes in the back when this is over.
Yeah. So I'm feeling expansive. What do you want to know about me?
You mentioned how far from home he is, and I'm probably just gonna turn the question around, and it's like, it's the same distance you traveled. What are you actually doing here?
That's a fair question. Well, Chance is a good friend. He did actually invite me here, so that's why I came. I haven't been here in over 30 years. It's changed. Not that much, but changed enough, so.
And outwardly, that just makes me think, is Chance just that old, but he maintains good surgery, or...
I feel like this is one of those universes that has, youth drugs, basically.
He's just that old.
Yeah, because it's the same thing with, we talked about this when we talked about Face, in that Face looks a little older than he should, because he stopped taking those rejuvenation drugs. Satani should, quote-unquote should, exactly. Satani is probably like 300 years old or something, but we never asked.
It's not polite. She looked this old when you met her before. So.
She looks the exact same age. It's fine. But yeah, she takes some of the calamari and she's just like, it's good to have her here, but I see some interesting company here. Lotus, yourself, a certain racing pilot who I haven't seen in a little bit, but he's good company as well. You have some fantastic moves, I must say. Really cutting the rug.
Yeah. Well, when you do as much cutting as I do.
Sharp dance moves and weapons.
And wits.
Just points. Just like, yes, very much so. And she takes a couple more of the calamari. These really are good. I should have more of this in the cloud.
You're playing into severe so good, Rindis. I love it.
That was my question, so it's your turn.
I've just been doing conversation.
Oh,
so
okay.
If you want to
No,
ask something.
that's fine. I just wanted to. I didn't think I was. I'm flipping between the two here.
Right.
Go ahead.
I technically passed when I was talking about the calamari, but
yeah. Oh well, I mean you were talking, and I think you said that was one of the options. So
it's true. So, what were you gonna say? Sorry, I totally interrupted.
Oh, I'm still just kind of torn over these. There are a lot of really good options here.
They're very good options. This is why this game is fun to play, because there's just a bunch of very good options.
I think I'm just gonna pass. I can't narrow anyone down.
I think. Oh,
I was gonna say. I think he would just end the conversation.
Okay.
Like it's just small talk for the rest of this. Like
we could fade into small talk. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. He doesn't get up rudely or anything, but they enjoy the snacks, and he probably pays the creds and like leaves the rest for her. And he's just like, well, I've got to be going. It was nice having a chat with you.
Nice to having a chat with you as well. Don't be too much of a stranger. I'm going to be out on the dance floor at some point, so you'll find me there.
Save me a dance then.
I will. All right. So, Outro, it's your turn to choose a game.
I think unless you guys want to take our break because it's 9:00.
Ooh.
Oh shit! It's an hour and a half already.
Yeah.
I know this has been fun. It's but yeah, I could use the bathroom real quick, but I have an idea.
Let's get to it after that then.
I want to have a desperate melee with Chance.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, getting a fist fight with Chance, definitely. So yeah, let's
take a break and then we'll see it.
Yeah. All right. So guys, we're gonna be 5 minutes. Everybody stick around. We'll come back in a little bit and continue on.
think I may make another choice, Saintguard.
What's up?
I was thinking of doing an interlude.
You could do that.
Instead, or doing a shouting match.
Both of those are good.
Yeah.
I approve.
I don't think a brawl is like. I don't know if it's necessarily what I want to go for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or not a brawl, a
desperate melee.
Yeah.
So, Outro, was there any game that you wanted to put on the table for what we could start up soon?
I said Burning Wheel, but I know that's a bit complicated for a 3-hour slot on Thursdays. So, I'm open to hearing recommendations. I have no problem with Zweihander. I don't necessarily want to do the adventurer like killing stuff thing necessarily.
I was gonna say, like, I looked into Promethean recently, and I really like the idea more that I saw some more stuff for it.
Promethean's really cool. It's just super heavy, and I feel like right now, until like social isolation and stuff, like, I don't know, I'm prone to depression, so I'd rather wait until a less depressing time to play a game like that.
Okay.
Though I'm super interested in it. I love Promethean. I think it's really, really well done in what it does.
Yeah. Because, I was going to put that on the table because I've been enjoying a lot of the World of Darkness stuff lately, and it's like, chance to do more of that is always fun. And that one seemed a little more, you're not a horrible fuck monster in that one.
I mean, you are, says the world.
Yeah, says the world, but like you're trying to actually be human in that one instead of
it's
embracing being
interesting
a
the
monster.
Parallels in the game Promethean to like reincarnation from Hindu ideologies. Like, it's interesting because you're like working towards moving into becoming humane, and there's, I believe, I forget what they're called, but like there's some factions of Promethean that believe that like passing through like working through life in a way that betters you and then passing
so
whatever, I don't know.
The games I originally said I'd be interested in, and I think this list is still pretty accurate, is obviously more Scum and Villainy. I'm always down for that. Blades in the Dark, Bandit Blades, Legacy Life Among the Ruins 2nd Edition, which is a very different game because it's a lot more zooming in, zooming out. You play families in a post-apocalypse, and you're like rebuilding the world.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a very cool game. It's honestly like it's one of those games where a lot of people are like, what's a good game if you want to like play a group of people? And I think it's one of the best ones out there for that. Burned Over, which is the like most recent version of Apocalypse World, basically. And then of course Zweihander.
I would be down to check that out because I've only ever played like a very short game of Dungeon World, so I've never actually played an Apocalypse World game, and I know it's like, I don't know, it gets a lot of praise, and I know it's duly reserved or duly deserved. I just never played it. I'd be down to play it Exalted. That'd be fun. I remember playing Exalted when I was like a tiny kid.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play that one, and I've just kind of had the sadness of being given a crap ton of source books and then finding one that I really liked, and it was like, I want to be this, and then the storyteller is like, no, you can't be that. It doesn't work.
For me, Exalted's one of those things where it's like playing Mutants and Masterminds, where I'm like, I don't want to have to go through a million different powers and figure out the like 4 that I want.
Yeah.
So that's the thing for me in Exalted.
That's a fair point. I'd be down to play 5e with the Witch plus Craft modification.
I don't really want to play D&D, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I get you.
I've got quite a few D&Ds. It had crossed my mind that I could like restart the Tomb of Annihilation because I've done it before as well, and it would give Outro a chance to play that. But then I was like, I play enough D&D already.
We could.
Yeah, it was like Witch plus Craft was a supplement that came out
It was that Kickstarter.
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter supplement, but it makes it so you can do like, I don't know, home building, I guess, if that makes sense. It's more of like a like town, like doing like I'm a blacksmith kind
I
of
think
D&D.
I'd want to do something like Legacy instead, honestly, because that game is built for that.
Fair.
But that's also me being like, this is a thing that's built for it. Somebody
I'm not familiar with Legacy, so I may.
Oh, Legacy, they just made an SRD, so you can look at like the basic stuff for it.
I don't want to do
They just released an SRD. I will post it in the chat. I'll post it in the stream chat as well for anybody who wants to check it out.
But I'd be super down for Apocalypse World, or I'd even be down for what's it called? For Zweihander. It's just I'd rather try to avoid the like adventuring and killing things model.
Yeah, I mean, Zweihander, that's something where we would discuss what we want to see in the setting, because I know currently Andrew McNeil Publishing, who's the people who make it, are working on a like American Revolution era game expansion for that.
Totally good.
That sounds kind of rad.
Yeah.
Which is like, for me, is basically like, hey, it's colonial Gothic, and I'm like, I'm so down for colonial Gothic.
I've been on a.
We could try to play Miseries and Misfortunes.
Oh God, we could try.
It's not even that. It's not even really that complicated. I don't know shit about the French Revolution, but I know Saintguard knows a whole lot.
So it's not the French Revolution. It's like 100 years before that, because it's during. Oh God, I'm trying to remember. It's in the 17th century. It's during the like wars of religion, if I remember.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I still know quite a bit about it, but not nearly as much as I know about the French Revolution.
But yeah, it's pretty much just an OSR game, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah, it's an OSR game. So if we want to do an OSR game, if we want to do Stars Outnumber,
if we want to do an OSR game, I recommend Mutant Crawl Classics.
MCC. I haven't played MCC. I played DCC once, and that was like pretty fun. I only know about the first look that Adam did for MCC.
It's a cute little game. I did I made characters and ran them through level 0, but that's about the extent I've done of it.
Fair enough. Do I have anything
So
else?
I think if we're going to jump back into the game,
well, there was one thing I wanted to bring up as well before we jumped back in.
Yeah.
The potential of bringing in another player as well. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Shay's Thursdays have opened up, and she's expressed interest in playing with us. So yeah, I know all of you have had some experience with her before now, since Kelsa got to have a game night with us at one point too.
I think we.
It depends on the system, really.
Yeah, just figure out the game first, and then we can figure out like if we want to bring in somebody else.
Yeah. So just keep thinking about that one. That's on the table. If anybody wants, if we want to open it up, or even if like it's becoming hard for Rhys and he needs like a reason to bow out, we have somebody on the back burner too, because I know he's been struggling the last couple weeks. It might be easy for him to just relax.
I think he, as far as I've heard and like personally talking with him, he looks forward to.
Yeah, I don't want to cut him out. It's just I'm worried about his health because he's been sick for the last couple weeks.
But if we're going back in the game,
let's get to
Outro, it. You had some choices.
What do you guys think? I don't want to do a desperate melee. I lied to you. I'm sorry. I left you on that. I'm so sorry. I either want to do a shouting match or an interlude. So I'm like, either one feels fine.
Who would you do the shouting match with?
I would do the shouting match with. It would start with chants, but it's open to everybody participating.
This is true. It is. Interludes are a lot of fun.
So the interlude, meanwhile, you've been keeping track of an unusual phenomenon.
Ooh.
And what I'm keeping track of is the solar radiation seems very bizarre. It doesn't seem natural. It seems mechanical.
Oh no.
All right. And then you
just
choose
because of the fact that it's showing patterns more
Right.
so than it's like being emitted from elsewhere kind of thing.
Right. And so the next thing you do that, and then you choose one of those 3 options.
I lose track of something important. What did I lose track of?
Something important.
It was so important.
So
What
I was
important?
Was
I
it
noticed
chance?
that no, I noticed that Some Chen was here, and I had no idea. Like I'm familiar with Some Chen from, Nightfall, but like, why are they here? And I lost them. I don't know where they are anymore, or what their motive is.
Dun dun.
Like I got caught up trying to figure out what's going on with these sun rays. I didn't even keep an eye on Mr. Axe.
Mr. X.
Mr. X.
So something with Interlude as well, because it's a solitaire game, is and I know when Io shows up again that he'll have this. Because of these events, there's something about you, some detail of your mood, your actions, your appearance that everyone else might notice. Decide what the detail is. In the next game you play, you say it. So something to keep in mind when you do Interludes.
Okay, cool. Thank
It's
you.
for the-
I
yeah.
will not remember, so chat remind me.
Yeah, this is the thing of like, since you're by yourself, it's like, something's off, and so other people can be like, what's going on? Or be like, you're more suspicious now, or whatever. But yeah, Some Chan, Mr. Axe, Rindis.
So I'm
You get
I was going to do like a little bit of a scene, but it's okay. We can hurry.
Oh,
things
if you want to do a scene, no, do it.
No, I was just going to be like, I'm looking at the banner that's moving across like the overhead that says warning, solar flares, blast doors, shuttered. I'm noticing that bizarre. And then I go back to where I found that secret passageway. And that's where it cuts out, and I'm like, wait, well, I was keeping an eye on this guy. I can't get caught up in this particular thing. I had to keep an eye on this guy.
Now, obviously, in the background, there's a different member of the Axe Gang. You're just like, wait, where's Some Chan? Where's Mr. Axe?
Exactly.
Nice. All right. But yeah, Rindis, what game would you like to play?
Well, I'm going to play off of that and do some exploration.
Ooh, who are you exploring with? Damn,
I wasn't prepared for that. It's like I just like the idea of where's Some Chan, and it's like I'll explode or explore. I explode. So, well, clearly, then since somebody's looking for him, there's a tap on Lotus's shoulder.
Surprise.
Yep, there's Some Chan.
Some Chan. I was just looking for you.
Why is that?
What are you doing here?
I'm here to party, aren't you?
This is a very exclusive event. You have no ties to the fashion industry. And I like throw my ascot over my shoulder.
He just kind of gestures to his clothes. Are you saying that I'm not fashionable?
Oh, absolutely not, dear. I think you are quite fashionable. It's just you don't have the ties.
I pay well enough.
You aren't hip with the in crowd.
Let's take a walk.
All right. So,
Okay.
I
say warily.
Yeah. So who of the two of you is least familiar with the Stray Light?
I'm probably here like once every 2 months.
I think we established that Lotus is very familiar with Chance. So I'm leading again. See?
Yes.
I emphasize that he takes the initiative, and
look at all his power moves that Some Chan is doing.
He is doing all the power plays. Let's see here.
Well, if we're going to take a walk, can you at least tell me where we're going? Or wait, you get first question. My bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still ask that, and he'll say, "You'll find out." I get us hopelessly lost.
Of course.
Do you blame me for the blunder or help us get back on track?
Honey, I'm sure that this isn't the right way. Where are we even going? God damn it, Sum-Chen.
I had picked that before you had asked, and it was perfect.
You'll find out so high.
I blame you. I do not help us get out of here. I just blame you for getting us lost.
You'll find out as soon as I know where we are.
Wait, I could have swore we walked past that space fish tank 2 hours ago.
Yeah. I think they end up in like the deep back corridors of this station. Probably near like a service dock or something where they bring in food and people and the good stuff. And, you know, it's still in lockdown mode, but they are hopelessly lost.
All right. Outro, you get to ask one of these questions.
Yeah, I need to scroll back up. Where are we?
It's on page 8.
Page 8.
Yeah, if you open up the sidebar, it will actually have all the
Well,
games.
no, I'm so distracted yelling at you for getting us lost that I fall off of the loading dock. Do you catch me?
Oh shit.
Oh dang. I could do the murder right now, guys.
No, that's another game. You can't do that.
Yeah, no. Sum-Chan is I'm quick to catch. The robot arm, surprisingly or unsurprisingly strong, has a good grip on you and he's able to hoist you up easily. And you really need to be careful.
Don't think this makes up for getting us lost. No, get me out of here. I have people I need to talk to. There's for a reason, unlike you.
There's a moment where it stops pulling you up, and you feel like the fingers start to slack a bit, and it's that brief moment because he's got you by the wrist and the forearm, and not necessarily your
don't
hand,
you play these games?
And you slip like a good inch, and then he's got you at the wrist, and he says, "You know, where I come from, this is the sort of place where I could really change the fashion industry." And then he pulls you
can
all the way
paint it
up.
red. I understand that. And like, if you do lift me all the way up, do you lift me up or do
All
you
the
let
way
me
up.
go?
All the way
Okay.
up.
I like wipe off my shirt and you see that it glistens as I slide it down, and then like I adjust my bobs and they continue like floating as they like froze in gravity as I fell, and then they like started floating again after I like clicked a button or whatever. I'm just like I said, don't think this makes up for getting us lost. I have things to do, people to talk to. Now get me out of here.
I bring up something from your past, and I go, "Did you treat my brother like this too? What is it, and do you regret it?" I'm just giving you a prompt, Jay. It doesn't have. You can make whatever you want.
No, I'm trying to think because I have so many fun options to go.
Was your brother a model?
Could have been
Mafia
model.
had to be a model. You know I treated your brother better than you. I spent years working with you. You never learned, though. And I walk away. I storm away.
Sum-Chan used to be a model, too.
No, like when you were a child.
Didn't want to be a mean guy. Wanted to be a dancer.
Yeah.
Are you Axe Gang or are you Dancer?
His sign is vital. His hands are cold because he has a metal one.
Yep.
But yes, I say, you'll never be like your brother. And I storm away.
Oh, shit.
All right.
I like it. Tension.
You have one more question, Lotus.
Oh, I do have
the last question for the exploration.
Something we find causes me to burst into tears. Oh, we're walking past, like, you know how in like football stadiums when this is hard to explain because I have weird connections and I was able to like go into like the press boxes and stuff in my local like stadiums, but they have like museum-esque stuff.
Oh yeah, I know
the sports team.
I know what they're talking. Yeah,
there's like an old archaic picture of Sum Chen's brother like doing like the best pose ever, and I see the picture and I just blue steals me. And I just start sobbing uncontrollably. And you can confront me, but I still would like to storm off here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was Sum Chen's brother the ex-model Chance's first husband?
Or
at least previous, maybe not even first.
Put a pin in that because that could
so
totally
many
be
entanglements.
Tangles, all the tangles. Yeah,
Messy
like this is the scene in the movie where it's like, you know, there's
everybody has.
Well, there's that brief dangling of information that you don't get, and then we probably find out later that there might have been something like that. Yeah. I like it. There is not like I wouldn't say that it's comfort, but there's the hand on the shoulder, and Sum Chen just goes, I miss him too. And that's probably where like
and then I like shrug you off and I head down the hallway.
Oh, you do care.
Well,
and like there's like a momentary like short smile that appears and then it just dissipates and I just keep up my
well, now that everyone has a nice solid MO here, let's find a body.
I was wondering when someone was gonna do it.
I think it's time.
Right.
I would like. You know what, Saint, you can be my partner.
Yeah, sure.
Satani, please. So I establish where the body is, and then you will help me determine what I found.
Yes.
Okay. I think this is in that weird champagne room that party took place in. Where with Face and Ballad and Vespa and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So much fun one. It's that lounge. And we see like Io like knock on the door and like poke his head in and be like, sorry to bother you, but, and then
so you get to choose one of these prompts and then I will choose the following part of it. So choose what you found and I'll choose a detail about what you found is what happens, and every one of us will get to do this. So we'll all get to establish things. So I'm actually gonna write on here because it was useful to do this last time and I like doing this again. Chance is dead.
Oh no.
And then we're gonna be establishing things. So where? In the quote unquote champagne lounge.
In quotes, champagne lounge.
Yep. So it's right here on the Roll20 game. Boop.
Okay, I think that I can't help but notice that something is missing.
All right. I think you keep it to yourself, whatever it is. Yeah,
because as someone who was brought in for a specific purpose, as someone who's probably maybe not the longest term friend of Chance, but maybe closer in this instance, I noticed something. Okay, but I don't.
Yeah,
see
there's
anything.
something. You don't have to specify what. I will go next, and I will choose Rindis. You're gonna be my partner for this.
Alright.
So basically this all of us end up in this room together. So this is what Satani finds effectively. And I'm gonna choose you know what? I think I know why the killer did it.
Oh.
You get to choose one of the 3 under it. So it's like
I'm trying to find
page 12. It's
page 12.
It's near the middle. It's one of the possible motive things. I think I know why the killer did it, and I have no idea why the killer did it.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
There you are. No, I found your thingy.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I think I know why the killer did it. And so I pick one of these 3 options.
You pick one of those 3 options.
That
yeah.
makes it true for Satani.
Yeah.
Do you add anything to it, or do I just answer?
You just answer, and then we'll figure it out with that.
And I find. And I project.
And
I project your motive. Yeah,
The
I'm
you
gonna.
is Satani.
Yeah. So you're picking for me, essentially.
Oh, okay.
These ones. Yeah. So I pick something, and then you pick the detail of it, and you're
Okay,
picking
so
for
I'm
me,
not.
basically.
I'm not gonna make the detail. Okay.
Yeah.
And I like the second one, and you project your motive onto someone else.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, all right. So I think Satani looks over at God, who would it be? Well, I chose Sumchan, so it has to be projecting the motive on Sumchan. Yeah. Satani blames Sumchan initially. So yeah, I think Satani looks at enters the room, sees the body, and looks over at Sumchan, points, just like, you must have done this. You and your crew are here, your entire crew. And we've been having strange happenings going on. I think you're responsible.
Sumchan's hands go up and he says, I couldn't have done it. I've been out with Lotus this whole time.
All right. Subject of Lotus,
come in?
your turn. Yeah. You get to
So-
choose one.
So I choose a.
So you
can I
choose
pick-
you choose an initial prompt, the ones that start with I, and then you choose a person. You choose one of the 3 of us, and they choose the other one.
I can't help but notice something's missing.
All right. Who you choosing? To fill in the detail.
I'm gonna go with Sumchan, actually.
Everybody picking on me.
Don't worry, it's your turn next.
Okay, where's the something is missing?
It's at the beginning.
It's and you notice it immediately, and you keep it to yourself, and you're responsible.
And you're responsible.
Ooh.
I'm responsible for it missing.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, yes, I can vouch for Sumchan's alibi. They weren't there. They were getting me lost in the wretched hallways of this place.
There. And so now we both have an alibi. The old hag couldn't have done it either.
Wow, how dare you? But yeah, Sumchan, you get to make the last detail of the murder for now. So again, you get to choose one of the I statements, and then you choose somebody else, and they choose the you statement, basically.
I think I know why the killer did it.
Partner here.
The partner is, of course, going to be Io.
Ooh.
Okay. So you think you know why the killer did it? And you find something that corroborates it.
Ooh.
So we're setting the scene. We don't actually have any details of Chance being dead other than there's a body. So I find something that corroborates it. I think I find something that was left behind. How detailed do I have to be about this?
You can be as detailed as you want.
I mean, this is to corroborate a motive, so think about why they did it, and then something that would reflect that.
Yeah.
If this is money, is there an empty wallet? If it was for power, is the safe where he keeps the deed to the stray light conspicuously open?
Ooh,
is it revenge?
No, that one's good. The hidden safe. There's like a picture of Chance that's of course off kilter. That's like slightly ajar, and there's a safe in it. And so Some Chan goes over and he looks through it and he says, "And whoever did it was after something in here." And it doesn't make any sense. The stray light deed is still here. Something else was taken.
There we go. I like it.
Nice.
This is real good.
It's the contact information for the packet loss.
It's just been
his most valued possession. Obviously.
That's what Some Chan was trying to find, but he couldn't find it. Now he's so upset.
Awesome. Okay, so we have all our details. Chance is dead in the Champagne Lounge. I knows there's something missing. We don't know what, but something missing. Sonny blamed Some Chan initially. Lotus is hiding something about, where she and Some Chan were. And Some Chan found that hidden safe. Cool. So that means it's my turn to choose a game. Oh boy. So we're in Act 2 now. We are officially in the investigation part of the game. The somebody has been murdered part of the game. So everything is open. I think we all start getting in a shouting match. Because that's always what happens after this.
Yeah,
we get in a shouting match.
I can't wait to watch Clue immediately following. Not even kidding.
So I'm gonna choose. So hey Rindus, hey Subchan. How did we come to be shouting at each other?
I think because there were accusations about Some Chan, he's probably really annoyed about that. There's like the quick punch to the wall, and he says, "Yeah, of course you're all gonna say it was me. Me and my boys roll up here for a good time, and you think that I did it.
This is an invite-only party."
All right. So, yeah, I think everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
So we take turns. The person who's the angriest takes the first turn. Fiery. Each of us gets 2 turns. On your turn, you choose a target and you call them out. You use one of the calls, and then they answer with one of the responses. So, hey, Fiery.
I would like.
Okay.
Oh. I would like to think that Lotus may be the most angry as a passionate person who's friends with Chance, like who frequents the Stray Light as like a upper echelon member of society.
If you think you're the angriest in the shouting match, you can go first.
Well, that's just me thinking that. Does anybody object, or does anybody feel?
I don't object.
I mean, I think that tells you something about. I think that tells us something about Lotus. If she's the angriest in this situation, she hasn't even been falsely accused of anything.
But she could be still carrying that emotion from the previous scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh yeah, I was already been out of shape. So,
That's
but
fair.
you guys don't know about that.
All right. So call somebody out.
I'm calling Some Chan out for being here when he didn't even get an invitation. Why are you like this? Get out of my fashion party.
All right.
You'll be nothing like your brother.
Oh, damn. All right. It sounds like you're getting mad about a perceived or real slight towards you. That's what it sounds like to me, but
yeah.
Yes.
So, do I respond in kind? Yes, and it would be just like you to try and take center stage for everything. This isn't your party. This was Chance's party. My brother's husband. Nothing's ever good enough for you. That's probably why you tried to set this all up.
Damn.
And so I'm just gonna.
And
go
I
ahead. I'm gonna go.
actually-
I was gonna throw in an outro anyways. I make a wild accusation without evidence. Do you let something slip?
I let it slip. I try to shout over you, but my voice isn't louder than yours, pretty much. So I get drowned out.
All right, Io. It's your turn.
I think I'm watching from the sidelines. Do you notice, Satani, do you notice me not taking part?
Yes. yes, definitely. And she comes on over to Io's just like, you seem awfully quiet in this, Io.
I'm just processing a lot right now.
I am too, but you were the last person to talk to him. So yeah, I'm going to present evidence that you've done something. Do you concede? Just like,
oh no. I'm like, I haven't seen him for hours. That was on the dance floor. Certainly someone's seen him since then.
She kind of shrugs, just like, I guess we won't know until we look at the footage. If there is footage. And it's that ominous, ooh.
Of course.
All right, outro. It's your turn.
Is it my turn in the shouting match?
Yes, it's your turn in the shouting match. So you get to call somebody out.
Give me 1 second. I come to Io's defense.
Ooh.
Okay.
Why are you confronting him? It's obvious who the culprit is here. And it's not Io.
Sounds like you're allowed.
Also, it's nice to meet you, darling. And I say that to Io.
I've never met you, but you're clearly better than mine.
I mean,
You're much more dashing than... You're more attractive, so therefore you couldn't have done it.
Wow, how dare you?
I mean, I'm insulted but also flattered.
That's hot.
You're not my type.
On that note, some
Chan.
You get to call someone out.
Yeah, so I'm going to interject loudly, booing. However, I'm going to interject at Io. So basically, it is just a yeah, right. You actually know where I was and what I was doing. This guy, however, you're just gonna give him a free pass because he's pretty. Does that make you angry? Considering we had a moment on a dance floor.
I don't think so, because let's be real here. Sumchan's not really Io's type either.
Nope.
So
some harmless flirting.
I'm not angry about it. I'm busy being like distraught over the death of a friend and ecstatic over the death of a person I owe a lot of money to.
You're so conflicted with your emotions.
I'm very conflicted right now. I don't have time to be insulted by you.
Here's the best part. Here's the best part
That's
of this.
I think that's literally what I said.
mind.
Is like I don't have time to be insulted by you.
Oof.
I wish I took my opportunity to go on a dramatic monologue.
It's too late now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just have another shouting match later, then you can do it.
Just start up a brand new one after this.
Just immediately.
I'm not done yet.
Just leave. Just no, I'm not.
I think I'm gonna make a wild accusation without evidence. All
right, who are you accusing?
You.
Oh.
I think after you try to go off like I'm the last person to see him alive, and I all of this and this boo, you're just pretty. I round on you, Satani, and I'm like,
okay.
You live longer than any of us, and you are accusing. Listen, I know your past. You wanted someone dead, they'd be dead. And then, like, I just make a sweeping gesture where she Chance's body.
Just like, she just blinks a couple of times. So, no, I don't let anything concede. I don't concede anything. I'm just like,
okay.
You know, I gave that up a long, long time ago. Literally before you were born. Don't try to accuse me of this.
I could go back at any moment, even now.
Even now. I could snap your body in 3 places right now.
But I didn't do it.
Oh no, she's just
I could
Genkai.
stop your heart beating with the touch of 5 fingers.
Let's see. Since I'm the last person here. Yeah, after you say that, I just go back at you. I get mad about this slight towards me. Just like
Keep slight.
Yeah, just like typical from you. I mean, I know your racing career pretty well, and this doesn't seem like you, but if you're to come after me, well, we can have it out right now. Do you want to do that, or do you want to just scurry back away to your ship?
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you legitimately trying to escalate to physical violence?
No.
I just want to check that.
That old lady will fuck you up.
This old lady will fuck you up.
This old lady will fuck me up. Yeah. I think I just throw my hands up and be like, none of this is getting us any closer to Chance's murderer. This will not stand.
You're right. This was entirely pointless.
Well, when you put it that way, I guess my argument's over.
This was a free-for-all argument that anyone could join. It's loud, chaotic, and would ultimately be futile, so, you know.
It's all good.
Well, how do we even know when the murder occurred? How do we even know he's dead? We haven't even checked.
See, that's why we had this argument. It was terrible. All right, Chan, it's your turn to choose a game.
Oh, the game is afoot.
The game is afoot.
Let's see here.
Just run out of the room.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Ooh, a sudden discovery.
You want to do another murder?
Oh, I thought I could find a clue. Well.
Oh, you do that through interlude or exploration.
Oh, okay, well then I will do...
Interlude.
I'm going to do interlude, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, with the attention off of Chan, he's probably going to start looking around. And since nobody focused in on the open safe, he's going to go over there and start looking.
That's also true. You can introduce a clue in any game because you can just bring things up.
Yeah.
Because when you say it, it's true.
Exactly.
So
yeah, you've been snooping. Meanwhile, you've been snooping around the crime scene.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, meanwhile, I've been snooping around the crime scene, or you've been following up on a lead. I think is a good one. And I discovered exactly what I was looking for. And so Chan starts looking through the contents of the safe, noting what was there, And then he goes, "Wait, you said you were unsure if you were happy or sad that he was gone? Why is that exactly? I noticed that there's documentation of a fast spaceship, but it's not here in the safe."
Interesting. Alrighty.
So yeah, he's just going to point out that the spaceship deed is not in the safe.
Surprise.
That's a problem.
Yeah, Io, that's a problem.
Yeah, Io.
That's a problem for me. It's a problem for me.
Yep. You stab some champ.
Oh, okay. I gotta remember that. Oh, hey, outro. You didn't reveal a detail of your mood from your interlude.
Oh, I didn't reveal a detail of my mood. Frustrated? I don't know.
That works because that's what you've been doing.
Lot.
Yeah.
I think the detail of my mood from my interlude is just kind of overwhelmed, like, which is not a good look on Io. He's a very confident person, and the fact that he looks overwhelmed is kind of telling. Like,
so, what you choosing?
Oh shoot! Now I have to pick a game. Great. Okay.
That's right.
And so I would reveal mine on my turn of this one, right?
When you reveal it in the next game that Sumchan is in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as a participant, but the one I pick.
No, as a participant.
Okay.
So
just want to make sure I need to have it ready now. Okay.
So if somebody chooses you as a partner, you reveal it then.
Okay.
Otherwise, and you could also, for this game, for everybody, since this may not have been clear, you can bring in other players that might not be in the game as like NPCs and stuff too, if you want to. So we can have
I would like to do some exploring.
All right.
With, I think, Satani.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Why don't you tell me how we came to be exploring together?
Well, I think like while Sumchan was like the space went over to the safe and we finished the argument, we all kind of just put our hands up and just left. I think Sumchan pointed us out and nobody was in the room.
Important detail, and everybody's gone.
Very much so.
So I think we just happened to head in the same direction. And Satani's not like super angry at anybody. Like, she's also like a little distraught that Chance got murdered, but like she's she keeps her cool. She's ancient and she used to be an assassin. This isn't out of place. So yeah, I think that's where we were.
Okay.
So I mean, you're less familiar with this place than I am, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I haven't been here forever, but like I don't think you come to the Straylight that much, do you?
I do on occasion.
Okay, then
This is not my first time here, and I'm younger than the last time you were here.
Yeah, then I'm less familiar.
About the same age as.
Fair. So I think we hear a noise somewhere in the distance. Do you go investigate? Is it some chance?
Maybe this is where we both walked off in different directions, but then we kind of came like in the hallways. We like met up with each other,
right? And
then we were about to like go separate ways again when down a third hallway there's some kind of a noise, and it's not the way either one of us came. And so I'm like, come on, we got to figure out what this is.
We should, yes. And she follows behind.
Okay. And so we follow down a ways, but we don't actually catch up with anything. Oh, actually we do catch up with something. We're looking at something strange. It's not a person, it's something else. I lean in and peer over your shoulder. Am I welcome? What are we looking
Yeah,
at, by the way?
we see a Wayblade, a laser sword.
Yeah,
Oh,
laser
no.
sword. Totally.
Unignited laser sword.
Is
Yes.
it gold by chance?
Oh no! By chance.
By chance. Haha. I think it's that plain like chrome that you usually see for them. But yeah, so Sonny doesn't pick it up. She just like stoops down a little bit and looks at it. It's just like, just gets more and more curious.
And I like, I lean over your, like, I squat down and like lean over you because my limbs are just that long. Right?
Right.
And I just hover my hand over the top of it with my eyes closed. And I'm like, it's been used recently.
That's disconcerting. I think I bring something up from your past. What is it, and do you regret it? And it's gonna be like related to this, just like, you do this often, don't you? This way business. You weren't always a racing pilot, were you?
No, I wasn't. But there's not. I don't exist. You understand? I have to do what I have to do. And if I could have gone to school to train these powers more than just winning bets and flying fast. But there's no credible school that'll teach me someone who doesn't exist. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I don't really trust those who would be willing to teach me.
Just nods, just like, join the club. I also don't technically exist.
Both of you guys, after saying you don't exist, stare blindly into the camera.
I'm just made up.
I'm
Figment
just-
imagination.
Ooh.
Not only that, but it's an alternate universe with that imagination.
All right, so you get the last question.
I bring up something from your past. What was it, and do you regret it?
Yes.
I've used a weapon like this before. So she picks it up. She picks up the blade and like kind of does you know one of those things where somebody picks up a sword and they do like a flourish. She basically does that, like unignited, because she's not gonna ignite this thing. She's
Right.
like, has a comfortable weight to it. Interesting. I'm glad I don't have to do this anymore.
You clearly know your way around a Wayblade.
I used it once. It was a very special client for a very special job. Use it after that too. It's a useful weapon.
I'm sure.
It's an elegant weapon. For some say it from a more civilized time, but
Not as clumsy as a blaster.
Yep. She won't get Obi-Wan. It's fine. But yeah, so she takes the Wayblade and she like tucks it into her big old coat, because she's got that big babushka coat. It's like, we should move on. This is important though.
I agree. That makes it your turn.
It does make it my turn. Let's see. Ooh, you know what? I think this would be interesting. Hey Lotus, would you like to do a chase?
Yeah.
Can we do a chase, but can I go first? Because I wanted to do
Well, we get to
fight a shadowy figure, and barely make it out alive.
Well, the thing is, you could do interludes that are flashbacks as well. You can
okay.
Yeah, so
yes, let's do a chase.
Yeah, so we get to choose which of us is the hunter and which of us is the quarry.
Oh no.
I'm the quarry.
All right. So how did this chase come about? I'm asking you. Got to ask you about this.
You gonna get it.
You discovered something about my past and my connections to Chase.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Do you need to know what those somethings are?
I mean, I think maybe we'll find out if I chase you down, or if I don't chase you down. Look, we'll shout at each other. It's fine. So what do I notice about you? And well, I obviously heard something because we talked about this, but
yes. So you find out that I was disapproving of his marriage with Sumchen's brother.
You bastard! All right. Yeah.
It's unthinkable in this day and age.
All right. Yeah. So you conduct the chase. So first, say where you're going. You're going to be leading me through a series of 4 challenges and admissions. You choose freely, except that the third one must be an admission. And during the chase, each of us gain coins, representing the distance you're able to gain on each other. So these are all in Firebrands itself. They're it's page 14 and 15. There's a bunch of missions, challenges, and missions. I have to actually rewrite some of these because, this is setting agnostic, and there's things like, you press through a thorny briar, and it's like, we're on a space station, that kind of thing. So
just imagine what a thorny briar would look like on a space station.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a mountain of cocaine.
So I was recovering from a fight with a shadowy figure.
Okay, yeah.
So first, say where you're going. I'm returning to that secret passageway I uncovered.
We both have been there.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, choose one of the challenges or admissions. Because you can do a bunch of admissions if you want. This is also where Roll20 rolling a D2 comes in handy, because some of these require us to flip.
Sorry, I'm reading through these.
No, that's fine.
Unfamiliar.
It's totally cool. This is your first time playing the game, so both games technically.
So on the I reach clear grounds and leap away, I think it's more I find like a straightaway, and I'm able to gain some distance because you're older and you can't run as fast or as long as I can.
See, that's what you think.
So that's why on a Tails, I get a coin and you stand gasping.
Yeah, okay, it's the stand gasping one. I was like, which one are you doing? Wait, I totally saw it, and now I'm totally.
It's like the third from the bottom. I reach a clear ground.
Oh, reach clear ground to leap away. Okay, yeah, I got it. Cool. I'm gonna follow you. I'm much faster than you expect. So for us, we're gonna do for D2, 1 is heads, 2 is tails, which means I'll probably fail a lot. It's fine. Yep. So yeah, I do. I am it's in my old age. I run after you and like go around the corner, so I still see where you're going, but I'm like gasping, just like hand on the wall.
My space arthritis is flaring up.
Please, it's fine. All right, you get to do another one. So you've got some distance on me. You have so you get a coin. I don't. Okay, thank you, Gambits.
I still look back at you, and you're nearer than I thought. Throw on heads, you put on a burst of speed, and so gain 2 coins. This is alrighty.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me roll and see if I am in fact as fast as I think. No, I'm not.
Aw.
Yeah, you just are not running as fast because you're like, wait a minute, this is an old lady chasing me.
Yeah, right.
But she gets up and like starts running again, but she's not sprinting. She's not like fucking parkouring or anything either. So
Give her time.
Yeah.
She'll put out her Naruto arms.
Okay, your turn again. This one you have to do an admission.
Yes,
I'm terrible at. I don't know why I'm so terrible at chases. This always happens to me when I do a chase, and it's like, and you fail.
I've led myself into a dead end.
Dun dun dun.
And have to dash past you to win free. So on a heads, you head me off.
Yeah, I try to block your way. Do I actually do it?
No!
I am
won.
so bad at this. No, there's one more. There's one more.
Oh, there's one
admission.
more. I thought
Yeah,
admission
there's 4.
was the last.
No, it's 4. It's the third one that has to be an admission.
Okay.
I'm so bad. It's fine.
All right, so I lead a dizzying course through switchbacks and vines. Follow me if you want, but throw on tails, you're lost, and you won't be able to find your way back.
No, I'm good. I concede. You start running through a part of the station that I've never been to, and just put my hands up and just like, we'll talk later.
I wanted to give you back your wallet.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was the chase. We can do that flashback interlude to fighting that
Yes,
shadowy
I would
creature.
love to do a flashback interlude where I
Hell
fight
yeah.
a shadowy. So I stayed in the room where the body was found, and that's where I'm confronted by a shadowy figure wielding an axe.
Oh.
J'accuse. J'accuse. I love it. Excellent.
I barely come out with my life.
And then you're chased by Satani, which doesn't really actually. All right, Sumchan.
I'm curious how that happened while I was in the room looking over the safe.
It's a big room.
It's a big
Yeah.
room.
It was behind the changing curtains.
It was behind the mountain of cocaine. Okay.
Yeah. The decorative mountain of cocaine.
Mhm.
Roll20 hates me when it comes to D2s.
Yeah, it was like statistically you should have done well, but
Nope.
no.
Sometimes.
Well, maybe this doesn't happen in the room where the body's found. It's like right outside of the room where the body's found.
Well, sure.
Like in the hallway.
I am cursed.
Sorry?
It's fine. I'll just never be a hunter in a chase again. It's fine.
You don't get to pick. The quarry picks.
Well, you
I'll never-
decide who's the quarry and who's the
A hunter, yeah.
hunter.
So I'll
Yeah,
just never
sure.
be the hunter.
Always,
yeah. Which
always,
game, Rindus?
always run away.
I'm trying to think.
Just run away.
Just run away.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
I mean, a subsequent murder sounds kind of appropriate for what's going on, but I don't want to kill Outro.
Well, it would kill you.
Oh.
So subsequent murder is you. Somebody else finds you dead.
Oh, that's perfect. I like it. No, because how did you get attacked in the room with Sumchan not noticing? It's because he's dead.
Oh, some chick got like blow darted to death. So
No,
I
they
didn't even
just
notice.
no. It's exactly how it happened. Like we set this up perfectly without realizing.
I love it.
He
Yes.
finds he points out an important clue that the deed to the ship is missing, and nobody noticed. And when he turns around to see that nobody's there, there is somebody there, and he's like, "What are you doing here still?" And then he gets axed in the chest, and that's
Yep.
when Lotus would start to be coming back in as the killer is coming out, and they get into a scuffle, and it escalates.
Oh my god.
Oh, awesome.
This is so much. So who finds your who ends up finding your body?
Lotus does.
Lotus
Yeah,
comes
Lotus.
back. Okay, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good. Lotus
Okay.
finds it.
So Sumchan is dead.
Maybe that's why the chase happened.
All right. So
Well,
We all find it we all find you end up finding your body.
Do you want it to be somebody else that finds it?
Yeah. Well, I don't mind Lotus coming back to find it afterwards, but I don't think it would be the inciting incident. So we flashback a flashback. I don't think that works. But how about?
Have you seen the movie Clue?
Yeah, basically.
Have you played Scum and Villainy?
Yeah, that's fair. Let's say Saitani.
All right, yeah, sure. I'm down to find your body.
You fail in the chase and you head back and
I find Sum Chan dead.
Yeah, Sum Chan is slumped up against the wall where the safe is, and you have his bloody handprint that drags down from it, and he's clutching his chest where he had taken an axe wound right into the ribs, and he didn't die immediately, but he was left there to bleed out.
Oh shit. All right. So I get to choose a partner for this as well, for making details about this. So I'm gonna choose, let's start with Lotus. Okay. I don't find the murder weapon.
You don't find the murder weapon?
No, I don't find the murder weapon.
Hold on, I need to flip back to the subsequent murder.
It's on page 11, because it's subsequent murder is basically you get murdered and then you play it like a sudden discovery. So we're just basically doing sudden discovery. The very bottom. There are four.
And you suspect that somebody has already taken it?
Yes, I do. I do suspect it. Yeah, 100%. All right, cool.
No, hold on. I'm sorry. And know this isn't what was planned. I'm sorry. It's too good. It's too good.
Perfect. Yeah, Sum Chan wasn't supposed to get murdered, or was supposed to be the murder weapon here?
Or Sum Chan wasn't even supposed to be here today.
I mean, that too. Who knows? All right, so Lotus, it's your turn. Choose a partner and then choose a prompt.
So does Rindis come back in as a different character? Or?
Yeah, you can. So when you die in Firebrands, I will read the Firebrands thing. So this is why magic could be a fun thing to have, because you can come back as a ghost, which is what I did. But getting killed, it won't surprise you when it happens. Your character might get killed during play. You can create and introduce a new character to play, continue playing as a supporting character already part of the game, or else you can keep playing without a character, answering questions, and participating in games that call for an audience. So you could make a new guest, or you could play like a member of the Help, you could play some other random person, or you could just be like, I'm just going to be part of the audience.
The lieutenant of the Axe Gang.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I want to.
Yeah,
so
flashback.
Satani, you or not Satani? I'm sorry, Io. I find the murder weapon.
Yes.
And you notice that it's spotless.
This couldn't have been used in murder. God, the last thing I said to Sum Chan. I need a moment to process.
What is the murder weapon?
It's an axe.
It's an axe, of course.
It's a hatchet, actually. It's like a single-handed small head axe.
Right. Okay.
For combat, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously.
Sum Chan / whoever you're playing now. It's your turn to establish a detail about your own death.
All right. Let's see. I didn't think about looking this over. So I pick somebody for this one, right? Or is it
You pick
me?
someone. Yeah, you always pick some. You
Okay.
you pick someone. You choose what's happened, and they choose the detail to what's happened, or what you find, basically.
Okay. There was one I just saw and I lost it.
I look over you, and you look over
I just saw that. You meet eyes with Sun-chan, and you know.
you know.
There we go. So this one will be for Io.
What up?
It's missing elements. You can't help but notice something missing. It's a top of 12.
Well, you can't help but notice that something is missing.
Yeah.
Well, right.
Some-chan slash the lieutenant.
Axe.
Lieutenant Axe.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm going to introduce the lieutenant in a moment. Should I have them be there, or would it just be dead Some-chan?
I mean, you can't help but to notice that something is missing, and you're responsible. So you tell me.
Well, that doesn't work.
What's in Some-chan's pocket that used to be in the safe?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Where's the deed to the stray light?
no, the deed to the stray light would still be there. That wasn't on. You notice something that's missing, and you find the beacon that Some-chan had put on Chance is on his person again. Because there was time that you all left him unattended in the room.
Alrighty, yeah. The tracking beacon.
Quote unquote.
Well, I don't know if we noticed that, but that is what happens.
Nobody's actually investigating this murder. They're just running off and getting chased by knife ghosts.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
All right. Io.
Oh yeah, I have to do a thing.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I had one in mind too. This one is for you, Saint.
Okay.
I look at the group.
Oh, good. Oh, good. And you have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, that checks out.
That does check out. Yeah, that does check out.
What the fuck is going on
What
here?
is going on? All right, good. Hey, Io, it's your turn.
Shit.
Do you want to also be murdered? Do we just lose all of our characters?
Yes, brilliant. This sounds.
Oh, Io
good.
can't die because I want to accuse them.
Oh.
I mean, do you want to jump in and just do that? Actually, as we're getting towards the end of the night, that might be.
Yeah.
It might be that time.
Yeah,
we got a short stint if we don't want to go a little longer.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to accuse him?
I want to accuse Io.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, let's do
All
the
right.
accusation. Accusation. So
I'm going to choose Io as my partner.
Excellent. So it's on page 13.
I mean, technically, I could choose you as my partner, and you could still be the one accusing me of murder.
Yes, that could actually be done because you decide which among you is accusing the other for murder. So yeah, you can do that, Io. Just be like, aha, I'm playing with Lotus, and Lotus is accusing me.
And Lotus, you're accusing me.
So for the accuser, so for Lotus, what evidence implicates your partner?
Well, obviously they needed the money because of the ship. They needed a queen bill.
Io, what alibi or defense do you have against this evidence?
I mean, I don't technically exist. That doesn't actually help. Shit.
No.
Shit.
You have no defense.
I mean, I do need money, and I'm deeply indebted to him. I can't. I mean, that's a motive, sure, but I didn't do it. I couldn't have, and I wouldn't have.
These hands can't wield an axe.
So I guess for me,
these hands are made for spaceship piloting.
For me, and either the ghost of Sum-Chan or the Axe Lieutenant, whose side do you take, and do you explain why? I know what I'm doing for Satani. Satani takes Io's side. She stands next to Io, just like, it would have been impossible for him to have done it. He was with me, and we found this. And she takes out of her big babushka coat the Wayblade.
The ghost of Sum-Chan sides with Lotus.
Yes. Lotus and Sum-Chan were fighting the whole time, and I'm like, well, it can't be Sum-Chan.
Sum-Chan murdered himself to alleviate the...
So, if enough players agree with the accuser by simple majority, the game ends. Unfortunately, you did not get 50% plus 1, because that's simple majority. Not enough players agree. We all discuss who should take the fall for the murder. Once everyone agrees, the game ends.
Oh no!
Sum-Chan
killed Chance,
and then killed himself, and then somebody else attacked.
No, it was a power. Like Study's like, it was a power grab. Look, there was an axe here and everything.
Actually, that
was
no, that. I'm dead. I'll stay quiet.
What about this tracking beacon?
I don't know.
You provoke a good argument.
The other
but
thing
I have my eye on you, and I look at Io, and I'm like, maybe it was Sum-Chan, but who's responsible for their death? Dun dun dun.
I take a look at the tracking beacon, and like I close my eyes for a moment, and then I hand it back to you, but I don't say anything.
All right.
Hand it back to
who?
Lotus,
because you're the one that had found it.
Oh yes, correct. Okay.
So, now we do the epilogue. So we take turns one last time. The guilty player, Sum-Chan, goes first. On your turn, you answer this question. Once it's all said and done, where do we see you next?
In a bar in Costa Rica.
Yeah. No. Actually,
Alejandra with Glitch.
Yeah. It is very much that. You see Sum-Chan sitting on, a tidally locked planet, sitting in a like nice Hawaiian or space Hawaiian shirt, enjoying like a nice day with Glitch, and like Glitch looks at him and is like, "Any regrets?" And he goes, "Nah," and then just like drinks his fruity space beverage.
Io, once it's all said and done, where do we see you next?
I think we see him lining up at the start line of a race with his racer, and we zoom out and we see some of the previous people that we've seen before. Maybe Flash Bulba's there, maybe not. Who knows if she could get her arm twisted into this. Joss is probably not there because he's moved up in the world, because this is still like an underground thing. But some of the other players like Larissa and maybe
is Thrace still there?
Oh yeah, Thrace is definitely there. This is a super illegal race. Thrace is definitely there. I'm trying to think of their name and now I cannot. The pilot that you were almost going to play, alien friend of Iron.
Oh, Maris?
Maris, thank you. I could not think of their name for the life of me.
Yeah, Maris is a scoundrel, not a pilot, but yeah.
Still, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
There anyway.
There's some anyway, it's fine.
Doesn't matter. That's it.
Cool.
Not exactly life back to normal, because we cut away from that and we see like up in the box where like watching over this illegal street race, there's someone holding the deed to Io's spaceship, and like but we don't actually see who holds it.
Right. I think for Satani, we see her sitting on her front porch at the end in the cloud. She's just doing some needlework. And coming in from frame, she like looks up, and it's that spaceship that had the deed that this was all about, coming towards the house. She just smiles beatifically. And Lotus.
So for Lotus, this is going to be fun. Lotus is standing at the hollow gravestone of Sum-Chan's brother, apparently mourning, but as we zoom in over her shoulder, she's holding the deed to the stray light, and she folds it up and puts it in her pocket and walks off frame.
Damn! And that is There's Been a Murder.
Oh,
This was super fun.
I love it. We were such a mess.
Messy entanglements. I love how we all blame Sum-Chan.
It's fine. It checks out. Sum-Chan's the only one trying to figure out what was happening, but he clearly did it.
It wasn't a matter of who did it. It was a matter of who takes the fall.
Exactly.
No, it's fine. It's like, yep, he did it, and then somebody unnamed, doesn't matter, killed him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's fine.
fine.
Except he's not actually dead.
No.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We don't look into his murder very hard. It's fine.
No.
Somehow all survived this, except for Chance. Chance is dead.
Chance is dead.
Sorry, Chance.
Sorry, Chance.
Everybody send apologies to Rhys. Because
You might say it was his last chance.
He had no chance in hell.
So yeah, that's this game I'm making, everybody.
This game is great.
I had a lot of fun.
I'm glad everyone had a
It
lot
makes
of
me
fun.
want to play Firebrands, except like I'm not as interested in the setting of it. Although it feels like you could play like with Firebrands, you could do like a really easy Final Fantasy VIII game with that setting.
You could a little bit. It is very much anime mecha. Is generally
It is
Firebrands.
anime mecha. Just full stop.
Full stop. Yeah. Play Gundam. So yeah. That's it. There's been a murder. We tied it up pretty well.
Let's do some
Basically,
outros and go to bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess it starts with me, huh?
Yeah, always. Outros does the outro.
Starts.
Hi, my name is Outro. I haven't really been streaming a lot lately, but that's going to change tomorrow when I return with Dark Cloud 2, which is my favorite PlayStation 2 era game. I love it so much. And I'll be playing that probably until Tuesday or a little bit longer, because I'm getting Persona 5 Royal and I'm going to start a playthrough of that. I was going to wait until May, but I feel like I'd rather just start it up because I need something to keep me tied to the online space. I haven't been playing much, like, at all. So yeah, that's me. So yeah, catch me tomorrow playing Dark Cloud 2.
Ooh.
Hi everybody. It's me. It's Saintguard. I'm the person who made this game that you just watched. Or is making. It's not technically finished yet.
You did this.
I
You're
did-
responsible.
You did this.
Yeah, I did the murder. This has been There's Been a Murder. It's a murder mystery hack of Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands. If you want to check out more, you can follow me over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Saintguard. I play games over there. I've been doing Kingdom New Lands over there. I also do game design stuff. I was actually doing There's Been a Murder game design this past weekend, along with Republic City by Night, where we made a new playbook called The Magnet. It's the Bolin playbook for anybody who's seen Legend of Korra.
Lava bending.
Lava bending exists already. That's separate.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's
I just
fine.
want more.
Yeah. I have to actually write the lava bending one. But you also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Saintguard. My username with an LY at the end. I'm much more active on Twitter than I will ever be on Instagram. I don't think I posted anything on Instagram in months, but I have something I do actually need to post, but but yeah, other than that, yeah, I do lots of role-playing games. So if you want to know more about There's Been a Murder, if you want to know about Republic City by Night, which is my Legend of Korra Forged in the Dark game, or South of Morning, which is the setting I'm creating for Republic City by Night. It's an original setting that it's kind of also fantasy 1920s. If you're like, hey, you know how the 1920s was like super, super political? Yeah, we're going to make that game. That's me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kelsa. I used to be the GM for Packet Loss, but it's gone. And then Chance died.
That's a good way to close it out.
It was a really great. No, Packet Loss was really great, and it was amazing, and I loved it. Right now, I'm doing some one-shots over on my channel. We're actually in the middle of what was going to be a one-shot, but it's turning into a 2 or 3-parter. Probably actually a 3-parter because it is another hack of Firebrands, but also mixed in with
Betrayal, right?
Betrayal at House on the Hill. I'm very interested to see how it plays out, but it's got the 3-act structure again, a little bit more rigidly determined. But we just took a heck of a long time to get through the first part, so we'll see if we can knock out the last 2/3 in one session or not. That's it. That's all I'm really streaming right now. So follow me on Twitter at Kelsa if you want to know more stuff that I'm doing. I tweet about it when I do stuff like go live with a show like this. But that's it. Like, I don't have any other going shows that are ongoing. We're probably going to continue something in this Thursday slot, but TBD.
We still got to nail that one down.
Very TBD.
We should work on nailing that down. We should work on figuring that out.
Yeah, we've got ideas though. That's what's important. There are things on the table. We just need to decide, and then be either do sometime in the week to get ready or do a session 0. But I'd rather be ready to go on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
thinking of which, this is your channel, so
yes. Hi, I'm Rhys. You're currently watching my channel, which means you probably already know who I am. Hello if you're new. We are a tabletop RPG streaming channel. We tend to do things most days of the week, but currently with the way everything's been going on with the world being on fire and in a pandemic, we kind of cut back. I'm also in the process of moving, so the next 2 months might be very up and down. We have a confirmed move-out date, which will be the 13th. I'll be in a hotel from the 13th on until May, the end of May, in which case I will be moved into a new apartment with Shay, and we'll be hopefully situated and back at full steam streaming then. But for those 2 months, things are going to be kind of up in the air. I can't promise that everything will be streaming all the time, but I will do my best to make sure that we are. I'm going to have my computer with me the entire time because I do not trust this moving company to have my computer or be without it for 2 months.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to survive without my computer for 2 months.
Well, I have a decent laptop, which is what I did when I was down in Fletsea, but my streaming capability was very limited on it. As we all know. So I don't want to do that again. I'm going to actually have my computer with me so that I don't have to be without it for 2 months, because that's just too long. Anyways, Mondays, we are not doing anything right now for the foreseeable future, or at least for a little short stint. We're doing a private game where I'm playing one of the new wizard subtypes from the Wildmount book, the Graviturgy, and I've already gotten to do it once, and it's so cool, and the gravity spells are excellent. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade, 5th edition. Our show is called Northern Lights. We're a vampire coterie set in Vancouver. We are the Marischal of the Prince, and we are currently in the process of doing a blood hunt and being pirates. We have a plan to go hunt down this person who wants to hurt the prince out on the high seas. We acquired a cannon. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. We're coming to the end of that season, and so for season 2, I'm going to actually be the storyteller, and I'm going to be running an Anarch-themed story of the Anarchs invading Vancouver. So we're going to do like a flip of it. Instead of being Camarilla, it's going to be people invading and trying to take over the territory, and I'm sure shenanigans will ensue. Wednesdays, we have a new GM coming up. Ivalon in our channel wants to run either a one-shot or a small series of Call of Cthulhu, which a number of us have signed up for and will be taking part in. It's going to be fun, excited. We'll see how that goes. Thursdays, of course, we're here. We're not sure what's going to happen there. Tomorrow, Shay will be playing in a solo game that I will be running. I'm finally going to get the Quiet Year off the ground. Quiet Year is a Things from the Flood, the sequel to Tales from the Loop game. We're going to actually get that started, and we're going to put that on the Friday slot since nothing else is really settled in there. I didn't get anybody signed up for the Star Wars game, which is sad. Saturdays, we play Descent into Avernus, which is good times. It's fun. And on Sundays, we play Curse of Strahd, which is also a good time. Otherwise, we're done. My dinner's here and getting cold, so I'm going to eat, and it sounds like other people are ready to hop off, so let's call it a night. I think there is somebody we can raid. We will go over to Diesel Shot, who is playing their Fallout RPG. So everybody, pop over, give them some love, say hi, and we will raid them.
Bye, everyone.
Otherwise, have a good night.
Thanks
Take care of
for
yourselves.
coming
Wash your damn hands.
I've touched my face so many times.
I can't stop it. I've just given up on
I'm
accepting.
literally touching my face right now.
Yeah.